Am I live? What's up, y'all? Who's in the chat? Let me know if I'm live. Let's see if this thing working here. I'll chat. What's up, Marlon? How you doing? Let the chat come through. Let me let some people know I'm live, and then we could get started on some of these topics. Drake's killing me. I mean, honestly, ain't nothing to talk about right now. I mean, there's the Joey Bada stuff, but the Drake lawsuit is really interesting. So I definitely want to touch base on that. Let me just send a little blurb to the group. All right, so this Drake lawsuit, just let me know if I'm live, y'all. Whoever's in the chat, just let me know that it's actually live. It's moving along, and yeah, it should be. Yeah, here it is. So, all right, today really, I wanted to cover this Drake lawsuit. Like a lot of people covered it already, and a lot's been kind of said about it. But I think I feel like some people didn't really fully cover it because there's a lot in there, and I actually literally read 81 pages, which I mean, honestly, it was painful. It was painful to read. What's this message? Hold on. Yeah, it was crazy. There was a lot to go through, and it's literally this whole thing is like this 81 pages. So, I mean, my thing with this is like the big, hey, Marie, what's up? What's up, yo? What's up? If I'm saying your name wrong, please let me know. Make sure I'm saying it right. Today I wanted to how you doing? Before we get started, how you doing? Tell me what's the vibes. Out here in New York, it's really, really cold. Who's from the East Coast? I have no idea. I heard actually Florida got snow. I don't know if y'all heard that. I'm not from Florida, but I heard Florida got snow, and it's been like ice, like piercing cold in the city. Yesterday and today was like crazy cold. I don't know what the weather is like where you all. All right, let me know. What's the weather like out there? It's been crazy cold. So this all right. Let's kind of get started. As I'm good. It's cold where I'm. All right, yo, slow as hell. All right, now thank you for answering. Let's kind of get rocking and rolling. I mean, obviously, like I said, we have a few things. So I don't know. Whoever comes through, just tell me in the chat what y'all think about Joey Badass. Sorry, not sorry. That's one thing. And today I want to cover the Drake lawsuit. As I said, it's Ja Maria. Ja Maria. Am I saying it right? Ja Maria or Ja Maria? Or Ja Maria. Tell me. That's a beautiful name, by the way. Sounds like it's a very lovely name. So then we got this Drake lawsuit. Tell me how y'all feel about that, because that's been crazy. I know a lot of people already went live about it. A lot of discussion has been going on about this Drake lawsuit, but I feel like like I said, a lot of people haven't fully covered it, and a lot of people haven't really fully. There's some really weird things in there, some really interesting things and strange things. And like I said, it was 81 pages. And I was like, all right, can I get myself to read this thing? And I was like, all right, just read this. You rap philosophy, you got to break this thing down. You got to get through this thing. And it's kind of insane, to be honest with you. The Drake lawsuit, I'm not gonna lie, it's pretty in depth. It's hey, what's up, RJ? California made warmer than previous years, no rain in a while. I'm so jealous. This is what I mean. Like people from the East Coast, we're so jealous of you guys from the West Coast. I'm sure the weather's beautiful, but it's been crazy out here. Honestly, it's like piercing cold. But this Drake lawsuit is way more than like what I thought it was gonna be. I thought this was gonna be like something like light, but it's pretty in depth. It's really in depth, and I don't know why it needs 81 pages, and it's kind of like ridiculous too at the same time. A lot of it's just kind of stupid, you know. I mean, and we can get into it as people come in, but I really feel like Drake is, you know, not, it's like I don't want to keep talking about this, but I feel like this lawsuit is really critical. I actually think it's gonna make a big difference in hip hop, and if I don't think he's gonna win this, but if he does, obviously it's going to set a really weird precedent. I mean, this whole thing really is unprecedented, right? Like, we've never had any rapper sue I don't think a rapper has sued another rapper in the first place. That's one. Did a rapper sue another rapper? That's one. Did a rapper sue another rapper during a rap battle? Like, that's two. Never. Like, there's never been a rapper to ever sue another rapper. There have been rappers to have sued like big industries, which is what Drake is doing, but it wasn't connected with like this kind of thing. I think it was mostly business related. I think this guy named Jerry Heller, who was like NWA's first, like, he was the person who first put them on or something like that. I think he tried to sue Ice Cube. That didn't really work out. Jerry Heller, who I think he brought out NWA from the 90s, sued Ice Cube and Dre, I think, over Straight Outta Compton, the movie, how he was depicted, the defamation and all that stuff. And he lost. He actually passed away in 2016, from what I understand. And his whole case was dismissed as well. And you would think like someone of that stature might have, I don't know, maybe more than Drake, maybe more capability. So it's never been done before. It's never been done before. Like, I don't know any rapper who's ever sued over defamation, let alone a rap battle. Like, imagine Jay-Z sued Nas over whatever, Nas sued Jay-Z. It's snowing here in Northern Florida. Are you serious right now? That's insane. We get snow all the time, man. You're going to be good. It's funny when we get snow. I mean, we don't get a ton of snow in like our area, like East Coast, like from Jersey, New York area. But when it does snow, it's like we're annoyed because it's like we don't get it as much. But then when we do, it's so annoying. But I hear people from Canada, people out there, people in Alaska, they be getting crazy snow. So we can't complain. So you're good. But that snow probably is weird to you, right? But I mean, it must be beautiful out there in Florida, right? See some snow. But yeah, so again, this thing has never been done. It's unprecedented. And I really think that this is going to set a precedent. One, two, it's kind of ruining his career. Drake is really ruining his own career. And it's clear that he's saying that his career is ruined, right? Why? And someone said that, in the comments in one of my videos, and it's true. And people were trying to say, no, he's not saying it's ruined. No, he's saying it's ruined. That this lawsuit means that Drake himself is saying he is ruined. His reputation is down. Why? I'm going to say why. Because when you sue for defamation, you have to say the reason why you're suing is that this thing damaged you, right? Like, that's the point of the defamation. I'm not a lawyer, so obviously no one take this as law, but this is just a little that I know, is that when you sue, for defamation, you have to say that this is not true and it was done with malicious intent. So that's number two. So one, you have to say it's not true. I don't know how I was going to say it's not true. Two, you have to say it's done with malicious intent. How can you prove that it's done with malicious intent? It's a rap battle. I mean, it's artistic expression. Everyone knows the assignment in a rap battle. Like, how are you going to tell the judge, he called me, I don't know, he called me A minor. How are you going to tell the judge, that it's a rap battle? Three, you have to show that it's damaged you, like financially, in all type of ways. And Drake in this thing says that he's damaged. And they use the words mental anguish. They use the words anxiety, stress, all these horrible words that Drake is going through. And I'm not trying to celebrate any harm to anyone. It just, I don't know, man. But when you read it, you're just like, man, this is too much, man. Drake, you're doing way too much. So obviously he paints this whole picture in 81 pages that, this whole thing, he paints it in 81 pages that he is in complete anguish. His whole career is kind of taken, and it's crazy. Do y'all actually think that Drake is fully damaged completely? Like, just between us, just let's just say, is Drake fully done for? Like, is his reputation that damaged in your eyes? So tell me in the chat what y'all think. Obviously, I have my own opinion. Y'all tell me what you guys think. But I think more importantly is that he seems to think so, right? That's a big deal. If Drake himself seems to think he's fully damaged, I don't know what that says. His ego, yeah, exactly. But the ego is crazy. I mean, the ego's gotta be super. I mean, I don't know. His ego's gotta be massive. Massive. I think he single-handedly ruined his career, one by his own hands. So we'll do like a little intro, then we'll try to get through some of these bizarre things in the lawsuit. some of the strange things. A lot of people already spoke about some of the things that already they saw, but there's other stuff I think that people haven't mentioned. Yeah, we know he brought up reactors and all that, but there's some other weird things. All this was with his own hands. Every time a rap beef simmers down, I feel like he's always been the one to reinvigorate it, either with a troll, either with some kind of hostility, either with some kind of backhanded Instagram story, and now he has this massive lawsuit. So I feel like he's always been the one to never let this go. And every time this thing's about to die down, I feel like he reinvigorates it. Like, it's over. Like, we like the song. Not Like Us was fire. It was a banger. We're good. We're done. We love Kendrick. Da da. All right, we're good. Let's move on. He just always reinvigorates it. And the thing is, right now, Kendrick Lamar, I think he has the most streams he's ever had. He has the most listeners on Spotify he's ever had. They've posted that he's 80 million. If anyone uses Spotify now, Kendrick is at 80 million monthly listeners, more than Drake. He's kind of used to, he's usually like around 60 million, like prior to the beef. Then like we'll go to like the 70, 75. Drake's kind of always hovers around that 75 monthly listeners. Now Kendrick is 80 million monthly listeners. And I'm not saying that, I'm not going to give Drake any credit for this, but truly, if the way Drake keeps bringing up all this drama and like doing this whole lawsuit is actually an ode to the song. If you read this lawsuit, like the whole lawsuit basically is about how amazing and damaging the song Not Like Us was about him. That's what the whole lawsuit's about. The whole lawsuit is that this song, Not Like Us, defamed him. It changed the public perception and it damaged his career. That's what the whole thing's about. So when you do this, you got to, for damn sure, Kendrick's, Not Like Us is going to get more listens, and Kendrick's even going to get more, more listeners. He's just going to get way more attention. So I feel like Drake is doing this himself. I mean, he goes on, and we'll touch on some of the stuff, just like some high level stuff. He brings up "wop wop wop," like "wop wop wop," like from the song. Like, bro, he literally talks about Kendrick said "wop wop wop." That means he's telling the public to beat me up. I swear, like, you can't make this stuff up. Like, who would have known that we would be sitting here today? Who would have known? We live right now. We sitting here today when this beef first started. We're just trying to have fun. We're just trying to enjoy it. We think Drake's to go. We think Kendrick's to go. We're just trying to see these goats go at it. We don't know what's gonna happen. We already know what Drake is. We know what Kendrick is. And then all of a sudden, they have these amazing songs. Everything it goes way more than we ever thought. We get Euphoria. We get Family Matters. We get Meet the Grams, we get all these songs. And then who would have known that we would be sitting here 8 months to 9 months later and that Drake was gonna sue Kendrick over the song Not Like Us? Like, you can't make this up. Like, would any of y'all have ever thought this? Why didn't he sue for Meet the Grams? That's what I was saying. Like, that was worse. And you know what's crazy about this? Is that he's almost just suing over Not Like the whole lawsuit is about Not Like Us, by the way. And I'm gonna get into it, but Not Like Us is what's mentioned, and only the specific references about PDF and this and that. So you're saying, Drake, you got defamed, right? Because Kendrick made this song, said you were a PDF, and everybody's singing it, and you're mad, and that's not who you are, and this and that, and now you're suing. Okay, so here's my question. I've seen new people reacting to it. It's crazy. Here's my question then. Is everything else Kendrick said true then? I mean, like, that's what that means. If you're suing Kendrick for defamation, saying, you called me a PDF, and that's what you're harping on, and you're saying that that's the defamation, then what are you saying? You're saying that everything else Kendrick said wasn't defamation. Everything else Kendrick said about you was true, because you would have said, Kendrick said this about me in Euphoria. Kendrick said this about my dad in Meet the Grams. Or Kendrick said this about me in Meet the Grams. He said I'm an alcoholic. He said I have an addiction. He said, like, that means all that stuff. Is it true? I'm asking. I'm not saying, but is that true then? Because he only sues, from my understanding, the lawsuit only references like 2 or 3 or 1 or 2 lines from Not Like Us and the whole song in general, saying this song defamed me, right? So again, that's my other question. Like, why aren't you suing for everything? Which just tells me that maybe everything else that Kendrick said in Euphoria is true. You like to hang out with Sexy Red and you see yourselves as two bad bitches. You know what I mean? All that stuff. I mean, it's all jokes. But again, like, why didn't he bring up everything? He doesn't, right? So that's another thing I thought was weird. I mean, that's one. Two, um, I don't I don't want Kendrick necessarily to get sued over this, but two, why isn't he suing Kendrick? Like, my thing is like, if you really feel defamed, go after the guy who you know what I mean, like, who defamed you. I just say Kendrick wrote the song, and go after him. Yeah, like I said, I don't want to see that, but why is my question, right? And we're gonna get into some of the other points. Um, and I'm thinking he doesn't. I think one, because he's scared. Either he's scared over to deal with Kendrick. That's one. Two, this is what makes me feel. I think this is my opinion. It's a money grab. Like this, I feel like he's just. It's a vindictive thing. Like he wants to get back at the whole entity that tried to do this with Not Like Us and support Kendrick in any type of way. He's like, oh, y'all like Not Like Us? I'm getting all y'all back. Y'all try to support Kendrick, I'm gonna get back at all y'all, right? Like that's just what I feel like it is. Because otherwise, you really mad about the go sue Kendrick. Like, yo, Kendrick said all this shit. Kendrick said all this stuff about me. You know what I mean? Like I'd say he defamed me. I'm suing you. No, you sued all of UMG. And UMG, honestly, it's very strange because if you talk to most YouTubers and reactors, none of us really like UMG. Like, to be, it's like this is like an inside thing. Is that like UMG was crazy? It's like UMG copyrights almost all of, like, if YouTubers ever put any songs, UMG boom copyrighted, boom copyright. They just take all the revenue, they put ads, and like all these reactors don't get nothing. I mean, they have their own ways, but like for reacting to a song, they actually don't. Like UMG strikes it. So UMG is kind of annoying. So for YouTubers to come out and say like, "Yo, Drake, you're annoying for suing UMG," that's big. Like that's a big thing for the reaction community and YouTubers to be mad at Drake for suing UMG when we really don't like UMG as is, because it's a conglomerate. You know, so that's the other thing. But why sue UMG? You're scared of Kendrick? Or this is not really about defamation. This is really an ego thing. This is that you're mad that they supported. How could UMG support Kendrick? That's all it's about. It's ego. It's misogyny, whatever y'all want to call it. The whole ego thing that I can't take that Kendrick beat me. And UMG, you were behind helping him. So I'm gonna come back at you. And I think he thinks he's teaching UMG a lesson. I don't think he's gonna teach UMG. UMG, I mean, come on, like these people are like, this is like massive. These are, I mean, who knows? I mean, you know, I'm sure you could be, but this is a massive, massive conglomerate. And they responded and said, you know, you think you can do something? I don't think you can do it. You know, and defamation already is like a hard thing to prove. Like it's a weird situation. So maybe the other part is like, maybe Drake, again, another theory is that, is he trying to get it stopped from being played at the Super Bowl? If he ties this up into a court case, if he ties up Not Like Us, you know, against UMG, can he get them to kind of be scared to tell Kendrick, you know what, like don't just forget Not Like Us, you know what I mean, for this Super Bowl, because we're in this case and we just got to figure this out. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe they don't give a damn. I really don't know. So that's another point, you know, because I did see that they want UMG to respond by February 11th, which, when is the Super Bowl again? Y'all tell me. I think it's February 7th or something like that. When is the Super Bowl? I'm not big into sports, but I do watch the Super Bowl. But so it's like they want them, UMG, to respond before then. So I'm thinking like they wanted to get them before the Super Bowl starts. But UMG asked the courts if they could get an extension to reply to Drake's lawsuit in March. So meaning they want to be like, listen, like we don't want to we don't want to deal with this right now. You know, so again, that says another thing. I don't know, you know, like, is he trying to tie it up? That's another theory. Another theory is that, could he just be trying to get a bag back, right? Because this lawsuit gets into a lot of different things about money. And is he just trying to maybe get some settlement to be like, you know what, y'all think y'all played me? Kendrick played me with Not Like Us. Y'all think y'all did your little game against me and you supported him and you brought my reputation down? Because he thinks in here, he thinks that UMG did this on purpose, right? Which I don't know, but I don't believe it. I wouldn't believe that UMG would want to do it on purpose. That's their art. That's someone that they will make money with. So maybe he just wants to get some money from them back, to be like, oh, y'all thought you're gonna mess up my negotiations? Well, I'm gonna sue you. I want 100 million. Just let's settle 100 million. I'm gonna get something out of you. You know what I mean? I don't know. February 9th, thank you. Kendrick been planning this for years. He even knew Drake was going to tell someone he was about to drop. That's how he knew to have MTG ready, for sure. 100%. 100%. Kendrick knew what he's doing. So, and then Drake, so he, again, right? So I think he's tying it up. He's trying to get a bag. I think so that's what I'm thinking. Tie up Now Like Us. I just vindictively, I want to get back at you because of what you did. And 3, maybe I'll think y'all brought me down. I'm going to get some money. I'm not going to let this slide. Again, unprecedented. Nobody I don't know no rapper who sued in a rap battle over defamation. And the thing is, I don't know how he wins this. I'm not a lawyer, but just defamation, as I mentioned earlier, you have to show that you got damaged. 2, you're in a rap battle. So everyone understands the assignment in a rap battle, right? We roast each other. We get it. Like, and the thing is, here's my thing with Drake. Y'all tell me what y'all think. Oh, thank you, RJ. Hit the like button. RJ, you should be moderator. Let me see if I can make you moderator real quick. You want to be moderator? Let me know. Or anybody else, just let me know, just to kind of get a pulse on everything. Yeah, please hit the like button, get the word out to get this thing spread. I want to get some more people. I like when the chat, like, when you guys talk back, let's have a nice chat about this topic. So where was I? Tell me. Right. So again, here's the thing, right? Like, what's making him what's making him want to do this, right? I lost my train of thought. Like, what's making Drake want to do this? It's a rap battle, like we said, right? We all know the assignment. We know when we go at it, it's a rap battle. Everybody has to roast each other. So what are you going to tell the courts? I called him this. I said Whitney this. He said this back to me, but he called me a PDF. So y'all tell me, do we not think that, all right, I know we all had some laughs, right? We all were like, yo, Drake, he messes with the da-da-da, he does this, he does that, blah, blah, whatever. Maybe not, we don't know. But do we all not kind of think this is kind of fun and fiction? Are we stupid, guys? Like in the end, right? Let's put aside our YouTube, our having fun and just trying to decimate Drake, destroy him in this whole thing. Do we not know that this was fun and games? Like, it was fun and games. We're there for the action. We're there to watch. It's a rap it's the biggest. And I don't want to hear no one say it's one of. I don't want to hear no one say this is one of the best. This is the best. No one should be saying this is one of the best rap battles. I don't like when people say, this is the best. No one tell me anything in the past was better. We go back to the 80s, 90s, 2000s. Nothing topped this. I'm sorry. We did not get an album of rap battles. The Drake and the Nas and Jay-Z was amazing. 50 Cent, Ja Rule was amazing. It doesn't top this. This was 2 of like the top artists, and Kendrick, one of the best artists ever, gave us like how many songs? 5, whatever songs it was, back and forth. Like, on the moment, in real time, we were tuned in, we were locked in. Everyone was just tuned in every night to see what was gonna. This is the best rap battle. So we know the assignment, Drake. We know what's happening. We're not stupid. We're not idiots. Yeah, people played. That's people gonna joke about it. That's the point. People are gonna joke. But you took this too seriously. Oh, you took this too. What do y'all think? Did Drake? All right, I could be wrong. Tell me what y'all think in the comments. I believe every word Kendrick said, and that's the thing. And you know what's funny? Drake done screenshotted those kind of comments and put it in the lawsuit. He was like, look at this tweet. So things like that. I don't necessarily, listen, let me say something. I don't think Kendrick lied. I don't think Kendrick lied about anything, to be honest. Between me and you, I don't think Kendrick lied, right? But do I think like he exaggerated or, I don't know. I guess what I'm trying to say is that PDF and all that, I can't say that stuff. I don't know. That's like, but what we saw, right? The videos that we've seen, this young girl saying she got texted from him, like all that stuff, we've seen it. And the thing with the PDF, the other thing is like, honestly, I've been trying to look up that word. I don't want to like get that word in my like browsing history, but I've been trying to look it up. and it's like a mental disorder. I don't even know if it's a word, if it's a criminal. Like, I don't know if that word is a criminal word. Like it's a label like based on law. I believe it's like just a mental disorder. Like, I don't know. Like, I've been trying to look up, but again, I don't want to keep looking up that word. So it's like, what are you suing for? All right, he said you got a mental disorder. I like, who cares? You know what I mean? Like, that's the assignment. Now, yes, it's fun and games, but I can't say he's this or that. But again, as people mentioned before, right? We talk about there's so much artistic expression, and Kendrick was so smart in how I think we could pull up all the lyrics. I don't think Kendrick lied, or I don't think you could say he also said like we mentioned, right? Like, I think we mentioned this in another stream. It could be read that he didn't even call Drake that. He called the other people that. It could be read that he said certified PDFs. He said certified lover boy, certified PDFs. And again, it's the entendres are so amazing that yes, it could be read so many ways. It could be read, you're a certified lover boy, you're also a certified PDF, or it could be read, you're a certified lover boy, but everybody around you is certified PDFs, and why you have them around you, right? It's expression, it's expressive. Kendrick knows what he's doing. He knows how to do the storytelling, but never did we see a rapper sue another rapper over some words. This Epstein anguish I expected. TikTok videos you collected and dissected. The hard part 6. And I gotta take my L when I said in my breakdown of the hard part 6, I swore that there was no way Kendrick was gonna drop the hard part 6. Sure enough, bam, GNX. Kendrick doesn't give two shits about what Drake is doing. Hard part 6 in lowercase. I mean, it's the next installment to his hard part. That's the other crazy thing. Like, Kendrick did not give a damn. He did not give a damn. So that's funny. And what's funny is I actually think the hard part 6, I don't think Drake took down the hard part 6 on his YouTube. I'm not following it that much, but I think he still has the hard part 6 on there. So that's crazy. All right. Some of this other stuff in this here, honestly, the stuff is crazy. The stuff is really, really ridiculous. And let's talk about some of the other stuff. Let me see if I get this in the screen. One I saw is that it's literally Aubrey Drake Graham. Aubrey is suing UMG, right? I thought he was his business or his company. Your boy, Aubrey Drake, his name is on this against UMG. How do you sue your boss? I don't know. Like, that's the other thing. It's like, where does he go after this? Like, where do you go? Like, this is literally, who played football back in the days? This is a Hail Mary. 3rd down, 4th down, just throw it all the way down the field. This is just him saying, listen, we're done, cooked. Someone, please, someone catch the ball. Please catch it. He's throwing it all the way to the other side, praying that someone holds on to that ball. He gets something out of this. Like, this is UMG, the umbrella. Let me get some money. Let me get some money before I walk away. Joe Maria. All the tough talk, but now crying about being called a name is crazy. It's so true. This is the lamest. I feel like it's already been said, but honestly, let me say mine is that this has got to be the lamest. I think No Shack said it the best. Like, how soft do you have to be? You gotta be soft. Like, this has got to be the lamest thing you've ever seen. Someone participates in a rap battle, and someone who you think is a GOAT, someone who's considered one of the best, you participate. You go down in the dirt. You defame Kendrick also. You say this, you say that. And don't get me wrong, Drake did a good job in the sense of just the fact that he participated. I think he did a good job. That's all. That's all I want him to do, participate, because then we got to see what Kendrick did. We don't see what Joey Badass is doing, right? Like he participated. That's good enough for me. You participate, you get demolished, and now you're suing over some words? Now you're going to sue the company saying, oh, you said wop, wop, wop. What? Like, he told everyone to beat me. I swear, the stuff here, you can't make this up. You can't make this up. He has half the lawsuit are screenshots of tweets, a breakdown of Not Like Us, the song. I swear, I think that maybe they watched all of our breakdowns on the lawyers, but their breakdown sucked. They break down the lyrics. They break down the music video. and they say, see, Kendrick told everyone to go against me and wop, wop, wop. Like, it's crazy. It's crazy. Then you sue at the end? Does he, guys, you tell me, hold on. Y'all tell me right now. Let me see. Poll. Does Drake come back from this? Can Drake ever come back from this? Can Drake ever come back? I thought he could at one point. I really thought he would come back because I said, you're Gucci, you're good, you lost, you're good. Just go back and do you, Drake. Just go back and rap. You're good. Like then you see the DeMar DeRozan thing. Then you see the LeBron James thing. And then you see da. And then you see all this trolling. And then you see the Tupac t-shirt still. And I bought this ring and that ring. You see all this egotistical trolling nonsense. And then you drop a lawsuit saying, Kendrick said this bad word about me in the rap battle. Like, how do you come back? How do you come back from this, Drake? There's no way. Like, this has got to be like stamped. Like your legacy, like stamped. Like, bro, we've never seen a rapper sue another rapper in a rap battle ever over a word saying that you got defamed when everybody knows the assignment. Everybody knows what you're supposed to be doing. And Kendrick did a great job and Drake did a good job. Honestly, I still think Drake did a decent job. I trashed most of his stuff in my breakdowns because I agree. I thought it wasn't good when put up to Kendrick, but it was good enough to be there. All right, so this guy, Drake, says that Drake claims, right? They start off with this whole story. This thing is 81 pages and I read all of it. So I don't want to bore. I want to make sure I kind of like maybe somewhere get to the points that are really strange, but I had to read everything. And this is just a brief introduction. And he starts a lot of this off with the whole shooting that happened after he, we all know what happened, right? Not Like Us dropped. Then he dropped the Hard Part 6. I don't know, a couple of days later, his house got shot up. The security guard got hit. They see the security guard in the papers, they say the security guard made it. He's alive and things like that. They say, all right, so he says here, he starts off with one bullet went through his door. A bullet hit the security guard, also one of Drake's friends. The car got away. They're yelling F Drake. All right. He lives. He survives. All right. Then he goes on to say, the next day on May 8th, I don't know if y'all could see this. The next day, a different intruder came in, used his bare hands, to dig a hole under the security fence surrounding Drake's Toronto. I'm not trying to make light of this. I swear, I feel bad because I want to laugh so hard, but like I feel bad for laughing. Who the hell has ever dug under through dirt to get through security, bro? What kind of movie is this? What kind of movie? I don't know. Is this stuff documented? Do y'all believe that? Chat, do you guys believe that the next day someone shot the house? Next day, an intruder came, used his bare hands to dig a hole under the security fence surrounding Drake's Toronto house, this mansion. And he managed to dig deep enough to squeeze through and enter Drake's property. Fortunately, Drake's home security guards caught him before he was able to cause any physical harm. Like, what? I don't know. I really don't know. What do y'all think? Chat, what do y'all think? Tell me. Someone tell me, am I going crazy thinking that this has got to be the weirdest thing you've ever heard in your life? Y'all believe it? He did a cease and desist and started to defense him murdering. By the time Charuka responded, it was too late. Uh, he has horrible security. Imagine the time it would take. I swear, I almost feel like security must have been watching this. Like they probably saw this dude like digging, like these get. Come on, Drake, you ain't got cameras, concrete, not any dirt. What do you mean? I don't know. I don't know what he did. Is there no concrete? Who digging a hole with bare hands? I don't know. Makes no sense to me. I can't get over this. I just thought that was crazy hilarious. I'm sorry, Drake, if that happened. I'm really sorry. The very next day, another break-in attempt happened. In the 2 decades, blah, blah, although Drake was da-da-da. So he goes on really to, now he's starting this off. Basically, the reason he does this, right? The reason the lawyers do this, the start of this, is so they can paint the picture. Look, Drake is under attack. His life is being threatened. Right? That's why they're starting this way. They want to start defamation. Yo, what Kendrick did damaged me. All right. Do we need the poll to stay up? Drake did. Do what I'll say. Oh, 92%. All right, cool. 92% no, 8% yes. I'll leave it up for a little bit. It makes no sense to me. The only way he could dig a hole to get a Drake is in Aubrey's Angel. That's like when you were a kid and you thought you could dig to you thought you could dig to China. Seriously. It's like, you know the little kids in the sand, they digging. Like when you make like, you know what I mean? Like what? Like at the beach. Strange. And like someone said, is there really dirt? Like or concrete? This, bro, I can't, bro. This is like, it makes no sense. I'm not tripping, bro. We're being gaslit. That makes no damn sense. Ain't no regular house that someone, just a regular old plain apartment, regular old house, ain't nobody can dig under to come through. All right. The next thing after this, right? So he goes on. The song in question is Not Like Us. This whole thing is about Not Like Us, right? That's like I mentioned before. That's important to note because he's not talking about no other songs. He's only really talking about Not Like Us, the recording, and it's called The Recording, written and performed by Kendrick Lamar Duckworth, professionally known as Kendrick Lamar. All right. Like Kendrick's name's in this. I think this is the first time he could ever say Kendrick's name, by the way, because I don't think he ever said Kendrick's name after the rap battle. He got his lawyers. He said Kendrick Lamar Duckworth. He never even say Kendrick. So I thought that was funny. That's like the first time he's ever said Kendrick's full name. All right. So he goes on to say basically that this whole thing, right? This is the key. Not Like Us is the thing that damaged me, right? The recording. Here's what's important. That it's not just that he's saying the recording was intended to convey the specific, unmistakable, and false factual allegation that Drake is a criminal, PDF, and to suggest that the public should resort to vigilante justice in response. That's a big part of the case. That Kendrick song is calling the public to resort to vigilante justice. Kendrick said, wop, wop, wop. And that means he was telling everybody, go get Drake. Like, come on, Drake. Come on, man. What are you doing? This really, he's got this No Life Shack, the way he said it, the softest I've ever seen. You can't be this soft, man. All right, that's that, right? Then he goes on, right? This is just setting the stage. The lyrics, the thumbnail, the music video, and everything all together. All right? Let's move on here. Now, what he's trying to say here is that notwithstanding that the allegations are fabricated, starting in May of 2004, UMG waged an unrelenting campaign to spread the recording image and video as widely as possible. I mean, yeah. I mean, why not? Like, huh? Why wouldn't they? Like, what are you talking about? That's what they're supposed to do, right? This is why a lot of this goes back to ego. A lot of this is going to come back to he thinks that UMG favored Kendrick. Basically, the whole damn thing is because he thinks UMG favored Kendrick. That's it. That's really what I feel is all this shit is about. You favored Kendrick, I'm gonna get back at you. You tried to help him with Not Like Us, you helped spread Not Like Us, then I'm not. So it's not really, I don't know if it's really defamation. But he's saying, no, UMG did so because it understood that the recording's inflammatory and shocking allegations were a gold mine, right? So the key here is hit that like button, y'all. Spread the word, please. Hit that like button. Join the Discord. He is saying that they did it intentionally, right? It's not just like like they were trying to defame Kendrick, right? That's the spin, right? It's not just like, oh, Drake, you're part of a rap battle. You and Kendrick are battling out. Y'all have a songs. You'll both have songs. UMG spreads the music. That's what happened. No, Drake's lawyers are saying, no, UMG favored Kendrick, low-key favored, but really they wanted to spread defamation about me. That's how it is twisting it. All right. And this is all obvious, right? Hello, like UMG, that's their whole job, right? Now, here's the thing that people miss. That this phrase right here, UMG's campaign was successful. This is a big part people miss. That Drake is basically saying, I'm cooked. That's what he's saying. Because I'm not a lawyer, but as I mentioned, my understanding, in order to prove defamation, you have to say how you got damaged. Like what you said about me damaged me. It took financial from me. I got hurt. I got physically hurt. I got mentally hurt. Here, his lawyers are saying this defamation was successful. UMG's campaign was successful. And the whole case, the whole document, they're trying to say, let me show you how successful it was. The whole document is about how successful the song Not Like Us was. That's basically all the 81 pages I read. Is basically ultimately what it's saying. Which is crazy. And he's only bringing more light to Kendrick. It's not like Kendrick needs it, but it's only just adding fuel to the fire. So he's holding UMG responsible. Okay. Now, let me see here. UMG's campaign went well beyond da da da. And then this is just, again, just a little introduction. A lot of storytelling nonsense. They just keep like wasting a lot of time. Here's the other thing. All right. This is the part that someone in the comments said this, and I thought this was interesting because this is really what Drake's problem is. He's saying that one apologized and the other one sued. Which I missed the chat. Which beef is that about? Oh, J. Cole and and Drake. Predictably, millions of people who listened to the recording or saw the image and video believed the defamatory material to be true. So this is Drake's really big problem, is that Kendrick, what you said about me, people believed you, and that's the problem. But bro, are people that stupid? I mean, I know we said in the chat, I know we're people like, yo, we believe it, this, that. Yo, I think every single thing is true. And maybe it is. I don't know enough about, I can't go into, what I seen is wrong. What Kendrick exaggerated and pointed out was obvious, like what we seen Drake do on stage when the young 15-year-old, she said that she got a text from Drake or something like that. These are all things we're like, huh, that's weird. I don't know how more beyond, right? I'm not gonna, you know what I mean? But Drake believes that basically everybody ganged up on him and believes what was said. And that's his big problem with this. All right. Now let's move on. Look at this. Look at these freaking can you believe this is a court document? Guys, this is literally a legitimate court document. This is going to go to trial. Drake's lawyer. Like, what is this? Someone plastered. I don't know. I hope I don't have to blur this out. Canadian predators gotta stick together. And they show Drake's face. Like his lawyers are showing tweets and screenshots. And look what these people said. So it says here, the mob-like response to the recording continues to unfold on and offline. Flyers were plastered all over Toronto with a photo of Drake and the Canadian YouTuber who was sentenced to 3 years in prison for SA with the words, Canadian predators gotta stick together. Like, bro, you can't be this soft, man. This is what people roast each other. I don't know. I mean, part of me feels bad for Drake. I get it. Like, you're the height of your career. Well, not the height, but like, you are who you are. And this song comes out and people are like calling you this. But you were part of a rap battle, bro. You would have got over it. You would have been fine. Like, you're really printing out the papers, like the screen, whatever this stuff is, and saying, look what Kendrick did to me. That's why it's scary, because I feel like Drake knows he's cooked when they write here that UMG's campaign was successful. That's wherever it was all the way up there. UMG's campaign was successful. They are verifying. Drake's team is confirming that everything that I'm telling you, Drake's team is saying everything that we're telling y'all, that we're explaining to y'all, happened and was successful. This defamation was successful. People hate my guts now. People think I'm this now. My career is down now. My negotiation power is gone. My catalog, all this is kind of in here in some way, shape, or form, right? And that's why I thought it was funny when people were like, when Lil Yachty tried to get Drake's back and was like, nah, he's good. Drake's fine. He's laughing it off. And I said in my videos multiple times, I think there's no way. I'm older. I know what it's like. Like, no, he's not. It's not just about money. As you get older, things is not just about money. So it's not just because Drake has money, he's good. This hurt him. And they'll use later in the document words like anxiety and stress and emotional stress and mental anguish. So no, it doesn't, unless they're lying, which maybe they are, right? But got to be some truth to it, right? That Drake is really hurt by this, which I don't think he should have. I don't think he should have been hurt. I think, bro, we knew the assignment. It was a rap battle. I really wish, I don't know why. I guess, listen, life, I guess fate does its thing, because I had wished that Drake was like, I kind of wanted to see him just go back. Like, I was happy with what happened. Like, I was happy with the battle as it happened. I'm a Kendrick fan, and I've listened to Drake. I'm not gonna say I hate Drake. I've been a Drake fan of the past, not of recent. We all know what Drake's old music and what it is. I just hoped he had just kind of like moved on from it, and I was just annoyed that he just could. I was like, bro, like, you're good. Like, just stop doing this. Like, let Kendrick get his shine. He won. Let him do his thing, but stop like dragging yourself over this. And here we are. Here we are 8 months later. He is not. He's not. All right. Let's move on. Then, all right. The violence and vitriol. I don't know what that word means. The violence, but apparently it's probably something bad. At Drake was foreseeable. Directed at Drake was foreseeable. The recording falsely accuses Drake of one of the most vile behaviors. The false accusation is a devastatingly effective method of assassinating someone's character online. I don't know. This thing bothers me. I just think he took this too seriously. I know it's a bad word, but like, I feel like unless you think that there's some truth to this, unless you, Drake, feel that something could come out to this, like, what does it matter? Just continue on. And then when he showed up at XQC, I don't follow those streamers, but I know people who do. These other streamers at these Twitch platforms like XQC and Adin Ross, he goes on their streams. And I had wondered about that, right? And that shows you like what part of, I don't want to get into the culture thing, but it's just like, yeah, I thought that was weird. And it's like, what were you trying to do? So it's like part of me feels like all that was all about saving reputation. Like, yo, if I get these, if I can get these dudes, if I can get them on my side, get their audience, I could be good. But it seems like he's not good in either way. Even with that audience, even with that other audience, he's not good. So that's a problem. And when you hear, these news anchors that are, and they're saying that Not Like Us did so much damage and they sound hilarious, like Not Like Us was such a great, like that, no, then you're cooked. All right, let's move on. All right, where are we? He goes on, I don't think this is that important. He tries to kind of get on Sir Grange, who is, I guess, head of UMG in some sort of way. And I think he was being potentially tied to Diddy at one point. So they kind of sneak this in there and be like, just how Sir Grange was upset when people tied him to Diddy. And they quote him here, right? So I talked about this line, but the purpose of this line was that this is something Sir Grange said when he was being tied to Diddy. I don't know if that wasn't the case. I think it was just like people had tried to defame him. And then I think Sir Grange had made a statement. According to this document, Grange said, people better not try to tie me to Diddy, basically. So here's Drake kind of be like, just like you, Grange, you don't want to be tied to Diddy. And you said this. I feel this same way. All right. So that's really why he said all this stuff. He brings up all this stuff. Let's move past all this. Months prior to Drake. All right. This is another interesting thing. So you remember when we heard that we thought that there were emails going around and that they were trying to get all this to stop? Like during the beef, we had heard something like there was an email going around and like they were trying to get them to stop and all this kind of stuff. So here, there's confirmation, not necessarily about the email, but that Drake tried to tell UMG privately, please, you guys got to put a halt to this. Not like, hold on. Like during the beef, Drake said, listen, UMG, please. He's emailing them. He's texting them. Please, I beg you, stop. Not Like Us. And then it says, and UMG purports to care about threatening and abusive behavior. And he goes on to say UMG's code of conduct. Like, this is hilarious. Like, they go on to mention UMG's like corporate code. You know those things that you get at work, like, all right, no threatening anyone, no harassment, no threatening, no behavior, like those corporate documents, right? Like, it has nothing to do with music. He goes on to say, well, UMG's going against their code of conduct. Knows the harassment can take different forms. Speech that is threatening or abusive, and declares that violence, threats, and physical intimidation are not tolerated at Universal Music. Right? like this is at the workplace, Drake. Like, this is like at your coworker stuff. This is at the coworkers. Like, nobody can be threatening another coworker. Nobody can touch the other coworker. That's what those code of conducts are for. It ain't for you. You know what I mean? So it's like Drake's lawyers are trying to say, Drake reached out to you. Aubrey Graham told you, I'm hurt. Please stop. Not Like Us. And you didn't follow your code of conducts because you didn't protect him. Just like your code of conduct say. Like, come on. That's like so silly. This is music. This is artistic expression. They're not using their corporate code of conduct for the coworkers for the lyrics that are in the music. All right, next thing. Let me see what y'all saying here. Should have kept it rap. Denise, yeah, should have kept it rap. You should have. I agree. He thought UMG would silence Dot like they did to Pusha T. That's what he tried to do. He tried to silence them. He tried to say, put a halt to this song. Stop it. And him thinking, I'm Drake, I can tell y'all that. And they were like, no, we're good. Nah, we're good. We got Kendrick. And this lawsuit gets worse. It goes on. It goes on to really, I'm going to try to unravel some of this stuff because it gets a very like, I don't know, sort of like conspiracy theory. Like, all right, let's move on. So now it says here, with his own record label having waged a campaign against him. So he's seeing like Not Like Us getting spread by UMG Like y'all were you set this campaign against me. Yo, bro, this does anyone see? I just can't like how do you not how is this like I'm not like pulling my hair out. Like you're in a rap. How do I don't want to curse. You're in a rap battle. How do you say this? How are you in a rap battle and UMG and you participate and you started the rap battle and you participated fully? Fully. Family Matters, shake that, shake the Whitney and all this kind of stuff, and the kids aren't his. Like, how do you fully participate with intensity, right? Like you didn't you participated with also defamation and throw rocks and then hide your hand and then run away. Like I said, bro, it's like that kid in school, like, like he doesn't want to get caught. He wants to call everybody out. Everybody is in trouble. But as soon as he gets in trouble, he's going to tell everyone, principal Jack, like, no. You know what I mean? But that's the kind of person it seems like Drake is. You want to participate. You want to fool around. You want to crack jokes to everybody else. But as soon as you lose, as soon as they get you back and you go to the teacher and the teacher's like, you're good. Like, hang in there, kid. You go to the principal. I'm going to the principal. I'm going to call it, you know what I mean? Like, I'm just told like random, parallel story. But just, I don't know how else to put this. Like, it's like Drake thought like, you went against me. I'm getting y'all back. So Drake has been left with no choice but to seek legal redress. I don't even know how to say that word. Redress against UMG. Now here, look at this. UMG may spin this complaint as a rap beef gone legal. Look, that was slick. That was slick. They're trying to throw in the little, they're trying to gaslight from the beginning. That's exactly what it is. It is a rap beef gone legal. That is. But this lawsuit is not about a war of words between artists. Check this out, y'all. This is big right here. And this is what a lot of people are not paying attention to and missing in some of the breakdowns. This is big. This says a lot. UMG may spin this complaint as a rap beef gone legal, but this lawsuit is not about a war of words between artists. What? I thought that's exactly what you said it. I thought that was the exact problem. I thought that was the exact problem with the words. All of a sudden, no, it's not. It's not about that. This lawsuit involves no claims against Kendrick Lamar. Verified. This lawsuit involves no claims against Kendrick Lamar or any other artist. I don't know what's up with this. Like, why not? I don't want Kendrick sued, but I don't know what is this clarification? Instead, it is about UMG, the publisher and exclusive rights holder of Lamar's music, as well as Drake's, and its malicious decision to publish and promote through covert means false allegations about Drake that UMG knew were false, explosive, inflammatory, and certain to result in both, I don't know what that word is, vitriol and substantial harm to Drake's reputation. What? If this isn't some gaslighting shit, like what does that even mean? Dude, no, it's not about the rap battle. It's not about words. No. It's not about words. And we're not suing Kendrick. We're not suing Kendrick. But you're mad at what this whole thing is about what Kendrick said. That's UMG didn't write the story. Kendrick Lamar wrote Not Like Us. Not UMG. So how are you like, no claims against Kendrick? Which is, I'm cool with, because I don't believe you should sue anyone for it. But then what are you suing for? What are you bugging UMG for? What are you bugging them about now? What do you want them to do? Kendrick did it. You're coming out and saying, it's not about words and it's not about Kendrick. So this is about something else. The publisher and exclusive rights holder of Lamar's music is malicious. That's why I said this whole thing is about that they sided with Kendrick. That's what I'm speculating and alleging, that like Drake felt the type of way about this. That he felt like Kendrick was winning this and UMG saw that he was winning. So UMG helped him. That's what this is about. That's what this is about. He's mad that they helped UMG. He's mad that he saw Not Like Us come out and be a banger, and UMG be like, oh, damn, we got one. Y'all, we got one. UMG was holding, I'm sure they were holding all kind of meetings. When Not Like Us dropped, they probably like got everyone on the phone. Y'all, get everyone on the phone. Listen, we got Not Like Us. We got, y'all, we getting this played everywhere. You know what I mean? Which rightfully so. Rightfully so. They're not stupid. They know what Not Like Us is. They know what it is. So this is Drake saying, no, I didn't want it to go down like that. No, I didn't want it to go down that way. By the way, y'all, I got that Bazaar magazine. Y'all see that? I ended up finding it. It's a great magazine. This is the Bazaar article that people were making fun of Kendrick for, saying, why is he in Bazaar? Look at this. This is fire, bro. Look at this magazine, bro. Look at Kendrick, bro. He knows what he's doing. This guy knows what he's doing. Everyone was mad at him. Like, what do they want him? They want him to do a damn interview with no jumper and shit. Get out of here. They want him to do an interview with academics? Hell no, bro. Bro's in Bazaar. This is how he does it. People were mad at this. What do y'all think Kendrick's gonna do? He ain't Drake. He knows what he's doing. All right. So this is all about ego. That's all. That to me, how do y'all read it? How do y'all read it? This is how the whole thing is egotistical. All right. Next thing is, and especially because he says, I'm not suing Kendrick. He says this is not about words. Meanwhile, the whole damn lawsuit is about words. The whole lawsuit is about words, which he'll get to later. He's very specific. Drake says, he said this. Drake literally says, or the lawyers say that he says, wop, wop, wop. You know what wop, wop, wop means? That's what the lawyers... I can't, bro. They literally said, you know what wop, wop, wop means? Vigilante justice against Drake. You can't. It's in here. I read all 81 pages. And honestly, I had to go live because I had no idea how to summarize this. I kept thinking people covered this, but I didn't hear people mention these things. I could not cover it. I was like, oh, there's too many weird things in this thing. The parties here, literally, Aubrey Drake Graham, a.k.a. Drake, rapper, singer, songwriter, and entrepreneur, philanthropist. Drake is a citizen of Texas. So here we know. Now we know that Drake is in Texas. The defendant is UMG. So this is literally Aubrey Drake Graham against UMG. Insane, right? Crazy. To know that it's literally Drake. All right, let's keep going. All right, the court, this is, okay. So they get into this whole thing, right? This is why this is important, because they really are setting the stage that Drake is ruined. They themselves are setting the stage that Drake is done. They're starting with, look at Drake, what he was. They start with this whole story that Drake is an internationally recognized as a multi-talented rap superstar. Drake's career spans 2 decades. While Drake first rose to fame in the early 2000s, there's another ode to Drake, thanks to J. Cole, another ode to Drake. The star of the hit Canadian teen drama television series Degrassi, the next generation, the rapper Drake is now known worldwide, right? What's the point of all this, right? What you ask yourself, why? Who cares? Like, they know, who cares? This is all important because they're setting the stage. Drake is one of the world's best-selling music artists of all time. Some of his hits are Hotline Bling, One Dance. They're really getting into this. Between 2010 and 2024, Drake released, it's funny, right? It says 2024, bro. Bro did nothing after that except some weird stuff. And it says he released 8 studio albums. Didn't Drake do more than 8? I'm pretty sure Drake did more. I don't know. I'm confused by that 8 studio albums. I'm pretty sure he had more. But anyway, again, an ode to Drake. All right. Then goes on. Drake also uses the brand name OVO, represented by the owl. He has merch, blah, blah, blah. Drake, and just goes on. He founded this media production company. Drake has executive produced award-winning documentary films with Hulu and Netflix. He did I actually like Top Boy. That was actually good. It was on Netflix years ago. I actually really enjoyed that one. I never watched Euphoria. I think that was for the teenagers. But apparently he was part of Euphoria, which is funny because obviously that was Kendrick's. Kendrick's crazy. Kendrick is nuts. Kendrick used the word euphoria. For which Drake received a Primetime Emmy Award nomination. All right. He goes, again, look at this, bro. Look at this ego. Look at, he's just going on and on. Look at how good Drake was, and look at this and that. He's feeling, okay, blah, 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 blah. Nonsense, all nonsense, right? Then he goes on UMG is a music industry giant, right? And then he goes on. So we got like pages and pages of Drake, how amazing he is. Then we have UMG as an industry giant, pages and pages of whatever UMG being amazing, da da da, whatever, and all this kind of stuff. Drake and Cole. Oh, thank you for the chat. What's up, DW? Drake and Cole here. Wop 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 in nightmares. Thank you. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. I told y'all before. Lupe Fiasco gave me a 199 chat. Were y'all in the chat when he did that? I thought that was hilarious. Y'all, when y'all do the chat, you don't have to, but like super chat, I always thought it was even numbers. And I couldn't understand why Lupe Fiasco gave me 199. And people were saying that Lupe Fiasco, it was an AI bot. And I have no idea. I'm really curious if it was an AI bot or not. But thank you for the super chat. Appreciate you. They do hear it. And Drake is gonna hear it forever. All right. So he goes on to talk about this tactic known as whitelisting happens when a copyright. Okay, Universal. Hold on, pull on TikTok. All right, whatever. It goes on to talk about all that what they do. He goes on to talk about their strategy, which is very obvious, right? Then we get to. Hold on. That UMG and Drake have this like long-term relationship, right? That's what he's trying to establish here. That's why, like I said, a lot of this is ego. Because he's saying, me and UMG, we're good. Like, we have this long-term relationship. You know, UMG's is mine. UMG began profiting off Drake's art in 2009, right? They extended their contract in 2022. After announcing the 2022 contract extension, Sir Grange described Drake as one of the biggest artists and expressed UMG couldn't be more excited about what lies ahead, blah, 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 right? This is important, the 2022 deal. So here's what it's saying here. The contract between UMG and Drake is up for renegotiation. This is in the lawsuit. It's up for renegotiation in 2025. By the spring of 2024, UMG understood that the rise of streaming platforms had enhanced the bargaining power of artists, and all this kind of stuff. So the contract between UMG and Drake is up for renegotiation in 2025. Okay. Then let me just get a few things here. So here's what he's saying. He's saying, on information and belief, from 2012 through 2023, Kendrick Lamar was signed to an exclusive production company agreement with Top Dog Entertainment, which in turn furnished his exclusive recording services to the Aftermath Entertainment, a joint venture of Interscope. So he's saying that he's tied, because he's tied with Top Dog, he gets tied to Interscope in the end, which is also sort of controlled by UMG. The sound recording copyrights to Kendrick Lamar's first 5 studio albums are owned and controlled by Interscope. Again, I don't know all the ins and outs. I mean, this is what the lawsuit's saying, assuming that this is true, that Interscope owns and controls Kendrick's 5 studio albums. In 2023, okay, having fulfilled his recording obligations to Top Dog, let me just get this a little bigger. He's talking about Kendrick right now. In 2023, Kendrick fulfilled his recording obligations to Top Dog Entertainment and Aftermath Records. Kendrick Lamar signed a new short-term exclusive recording and licensing deal with UMG through Interscope. A new short-term exclusive recording and licensing deal with UMG through Interscope, and an exclusive publishing administration agreement with UMG through this other entity. So he's saying through these contracts, UMG exclusively controls the release, blah, blah. Then he goes, on information and belief, Lamar signed a short-term deal with UMG to see if UMG could prove its value to him, to promote him more effectively than any other music company could in a compressed time frame. So he's claiming here that UMG and Kendrick signed a short-term deal around 2023 so that UMG could prove that they could support Kendrick, right? That's what they're trying to say. That's what he's trying to say. And he's saying, if successful, Kendrick Lamar would then continue his relationship with UMG through a new long-term contract, right? So this is important to the setup. On information and belief, that long-term deal was consummated in December of 2024. So he's trying to say here that here's the deal. I know and I believe that UMG and Kendrick are in bed together in some sort of way. That they were kind of done, but then Kendrick said, all right, UMG, I'm going to see if you're good. I'm going to sign up for a deal with you. I'm going to see what you could do for me in 2024. If you can promote me so good, really well, then we're going to have a long-term deal. And according to Drake and his lawyers, that was successful and they signed a long-term deal, right? So he's trying to say it's like they were all in cahoots. They were trying to promote Kendrick so that they can show Kendrick, so they can get Kendrick, sign this long-term agreement. Okay. So it says here, on information, I believe UMG's contracts with Kendrick Lamar provide UMG the right to prevent the publication and to insist on to any material created by Kendrick Lamar, including but not limited to any content which UMG believes to defend. All right, so whatever. So they can take it down or whatever, right? So they're trying to say that they have the ability to take it down or whatever. All right. Then he says here, okay, UMG publishes the defamatory material, Not Like Us, which basically means Not Like Us drops. I mean, we're good. I don't see why not. Like, okay, Not Like Us drops. On May 4th, UMG published the recording for streaming on YouTube, YouTube Music, Spotify, Apple Music, Amazon Music, Pandora, iHeartRadio, Tidal, SoundCloud, Audio Mac, Napster, Qobuz, Last FM, and Deezer. Excuse me, I'll spin over here. And made the recording available for purchase on Apple Music and Amazon. Go figure. Oh my God, they dropped Not Like Us on all these platforms. When viewed on Spotify, Apple Music, he says, the recording includes the following lines: exclusive license to Interscope Records. He's trying to say, y'all, it's exclusive to y'all. It's you guys the one that I'm going after. You guys dropped Not Like Us, not Kendrick. And nobody told Drake to sign that contract. Sharita Hall. Since defendants, all right, let's skip a little bit here. Right here. Here we start getting into the lawyers start breaking down Not Like Us, and I'm dead. I am dead. I am dying from this because I did a breakdown Not Like Us. And I thought I did a pretty good job, but these guys, this is hilarious. It's hilarious. The recording repeatedly accuses Drake of engaging in criminal acts, including PDF and other acts that would require registering as an offender and of being a registered offender. Come on, Drake. Come on, man. What are you doing? What are you doing to hip hop? Like, what is this? What did you accuse Whitney of? How does this make sense, y'all? Like, just how is that like not such an entitled piece of shit? How are you just not like, how do you participate? How do you like hit someone with a rock and then say, oh, and then they hit you back with a rock and say, oh, he hit me. Like, come on. Within the first, look at this breakdown. This shit's hilarious. Within the first minute, the recording identifies Drake by name and states that Lamar has heard that Drake. You can't make the way they like. Did you ever think you would read Not Like Us being talked about in court? Y'all hit the like button. Let's get into this Not Like Us breakdown. This part's funny. This part's a lot. Hit that like button, please. Just share it. Join the Discord. Let me share the Discord with y'all. Please join it. Join the Discord. Join the Discord, y'all. All right. Then he goes. Hit that like button, all right? He goes, within the first minute, the recording identifies Drake by name and states that Lamar has heard that Drake has a predilection for underage women. Say, Drake, I hear you like him young. What? Did you ever think, say, Drake, I hear you like him young would be written in this document like this? All right. Then it goes, the next line is a thinly veiled threat that Drake should be careful that he never ends up in prison, a place where predators are notoriously targets of violence. You better not ever go to cell block 1, quote unquote. The recording continues to say that any woman who falls in love with Drake should be careful to hide her little sister from him. Bro, yes. Hide your little sister from Drake. Yes. You all tell me right now in the chat, if your sister was dating Drake, if your sister was dating Drake, you would not tell her to be careful? Yo, this is crazy. You would not say, yo, watch out for that boy Drake. Certified, yo, watch out for him. Drake, we seen how you act. Next, in a perverse reference to Drake's 2021 album, Certified Lover Boy, quote unquote. I can't even read this. Quote unquote, certified lover boy, certified PDFs. All right. And again, as we mentioned, right? This phrase, we all know, like I said, yeah, I'm not, it could be read in different ways, right? We talked about this before. It could be said, if you want to, this is art, it's music. It could be said that he wasn't calling you Drake that, he was calling you a certified lover boy and calling them PDFs. Or yes, because there's an S. So who's he talking about? Is it you? Are you part of it, Drake? I don't know. You tell me. He calls through other people that have other cases. Look up the cases. They're there. I mean, I don't know. I don't know if it's like, I don't know the exact of the case, like what exactly is happening, but they're there. In a play on the dual meaning of minor, a person under the age of 18 and a musical skill, the recording says that Drake, quote unquote, trying to strike a chord, and it's probably A minor. How are they gonna read it? Y'all, are we gonna witness this? Y'all, please, if this goes to trial, this is gonna be hilarious. This is gonna be the most hilarious trial. Better than that Johnny Depp one. Y'all remember that Johnny Depp one and that other lady? The lady that was hilarious and I don't know if y'all followed that. They had that like live stream on YouTube. That shit was hilarious. If this goes to trial, yo, this shit's gonna be, they're gonna say, and what did you say, Kendrick? Trying to strike a chord and it's probably A minor? What did you mean by that, Kendrick? Later in the recording, Lamar describes Drake as Malibu Most Wanted. Okay. The recording continues to say that Drake and the people in the circle need to be served with a subpoena. All right. Gotta be registered and placed on neighbor. This was the best. If someone doesn't say that, Not Like Us, how can you not say that Not Like Us is like the best hit like this song in rap history? I mean, I love Pac. I'm a big fan of Pac. Tupac. I love Pac. That's one of my favorite artists. Tupac ain't get sued for Hit 'Em Up. Tupac ain't get sued for Hit 'Em Up. This is insanity. This is crazy. Like if Not Like Us is not like the best song, how could it not be? All right, here we go. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. This shit had me dying. Look at this. The recording also, oh my God, repeatedly suggests that violence should be used against Drake because he is a PDF. Like the sound of someone being beaten up, the recording repeats, quote unquote, wop, wop, wop. and then says, Lamar will F him up. Oh my God, yo, I'm dead. What is this? Bro, this is unreal. This is unreal. He suggests that violence should be used against Drake, like the sound of someone being beaten up. The recording repeats, wop, 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 and then says, Lamar will F him up. What? Isn't that what it says? Dot, F him up. Oh my God. Wait, can I show the visuals of the song? This is insane. Later, the recording threatens that if Drake comes to Oakland, where Lamar grew up, he will not make it out. Kendrick didn't grow up in Oakland. What is he talking about? I don't know. I don't think he's from Compton. I don't know if I don't know what they're talking about. He says, he will not make it out alive. I think that Oakland show gonna be your last stop. The recording makes clear that justice will be served, not through the legal system and social media. No, because Dot says, F a caption. Kendrick said, F a caption. But through physical violence. You know why? Because Kendrick Lamar said it Not Like Us. Want action? No accident? I'm hands-on. He F around, get polished. I thought we was having fun when we was breaking down these lyrics. I was having so much fun when I broke down Not Like Us. These verses were fire. But I did not know that these guys would literally take this shit literally. Want action? No accident? I'm hands on. He F around, get polished. At the end of the recording, the lyrics threateningly repeat. They threateningly repeat, hey, 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 run for your life. Hey, 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 run for your life. Quote unquote. Y'all, is this a Matrix? Yo, this has gotta be, we gotta be being pranked. Are we being pranked? Like, this has to be a prank. This whole thing has got, I swear, I feel like Drake's gotta be like, ha, got you. This whole thing is a joke. This whole thing is like satire. Yo, this whole thing feels like satire. Like, it's pure comedy. It's pure comedy. The battle, Antoinette Bruce, Antoinette, this chat going. The battle could legit be made into a movie a week. Oh my God, imagine the movie, but then Drake's gonna sue for being pursued. Certified Lover Boy CLB is a flirtatious and romantic man that unexpectedly sweeps you off your feet. You're called Certified Lover Boy. Come on, and you're almost 40. What do you want, Drake? All right, here we go. Yo, that is hilarious. I can't. I love this so much. This whole part, like all these quote unquotes from Not Like Us, like kill me. Like they just make it feel like Kendrick Lamar is just a master. Like this just makes him, he's like pure goated. Like Kendrick is, this boy is just like goated, untouchable. How can another rapper be so hurt that they took your words from your song, quoted it? And like, that's like if Tupac, when Tupac first said, first off, F your bitch, and the click you claim, and then like Biggie puts it, he said first, quote unquote, first off, F my beat, and the bit, like, imagine? All right. Then they go on, rabbit hole is still deep. I can go further, I promise. Like they're literally quoting, the audience not dumb, shape the stories how you want. Hey Drake, they're not slow. They're literally quoting every line from Drake. Okay, then it goes, the recording continues to make references to several Drake songs. Family Matters and God's Plan. I mean, Drake, did you not mention what you said in Family Matters? If anything, I actually think Drake's Family Matters, I think Drake's was worse in a way. I feel like his defamation, honestly, you know what's funny? I feel like, yeah, I mean, obviously, you know, the PDF thing is bad, but like Drake's defamation in Family Matters was so bad, y'all. Like it was so, what he said about Whitney was nasty. Was nasty. I mean, and if Kendrick loves Whitney, he's gonna bat for his family. He's gonna go to bat for his family, which is why he may not like us. So you went at his kids in Family Matters. You went at Whitney. You said the nastiest things. Shake that ass for Drake. Shake it for free. Then you made colorism references. You made it seem like Kendrick is like this. Like you went to that extent, you know, and you're trying to sue him for this. The audience not dumb. Shape the stories how you want. All right. Then he goes on. Oh look, they're pretty good. They knew that he was talking about the Family Matters. The Family Matter, and the truth of the matter was God's plan to show you all the liar. Oh, these lawyers are pretty smart. They got the entendres. They're referencing Family Matters and gospel. So what? What's their point? This is so dumb. The recording also makes a vulgar attack on Drake's brand. OVO. What OVO for? Other bachelor option. They're literally bringing this a lawsuit? Like, how are they going to handle this in court? Kendrick said he called Drake's OVO the other vaginal option. And let me hear you say OVO. Like, what? How is this not embarrassing, man, for Drake? I don't know how. I just, you know, like, side note, all the giggles aside, man, honestly, this is painful, y'all. Like, I swear, I'm hurt by it. Like, I feel this is pathetic. It's pathetic. You know, because, like, I'll be honest, like, I never thought that one day, like, the Drake, I guess I've never been someone that, like, looks too much into the lives of people and the lives of artists. And, you know, Drake, early Drake, his music is, I don't know, it's very nostalgic, like early Drake, you know? Nothing was the same. It had some nostalgic things at a time in my life, you know. I think that's what a lot of people are holding on to with Drake, is like they have some memories of some of his songs and some of his music. And you always thought, I don't know much about his life and all this stuff. Oh, this is cool. Like he's making dope music. He's bringing rap into, you don't know. Then you come to find out about, all that he's doing and all the ghostwriting allegations, all this stuff. Like, I don't know. Like, I know a lot of people I talk to, like, they don't even follow the battle. Like, and they're confused by it. They're like, oh, like, they don't even know. They just know of Drake. And they're like, a lot of people don't go into the ins of Drake and what he's doing. But to see this one day be your legacy, Drake, I mean, he was convinced by his lawyers or what? All right. The further the recordings refrain that Drake not like us. Here we go. Now, this is another thing that people some people miss. Now, this shit. All right, bro. Drake, what is your heritage, bro? Like, what are you exactly, bro? Like, what are you, man? You want to be this, you want to be that, you want to be that, you want to be that. Bro, what is it that you stand on, bro? Now it's your Jewish heritage that Kendrick was like, what? And some people said that, how is it okay to say I'm this one day and I'm that the other day? And I'm like, like I say, for anyone who's mixed, or you have maybe parents of two different religions or two different cultural backgrounds or two different racial identities, whatever. Like, how do you maneuver like that? Like you got to know what you are. Whatever you are, you are. You say that you are. But this, like, no, you know what I mean? Like, I'm going to pull out this side now. I'm going to pull out that side. I'm this side and I'm that. How can you be all these things, bro? Like, how are you all these things? You're not, that's, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Like, I just don't know. Like, how are you everything? And using it conveniently. Kendrick ain't saying nothing about your Jewish. I'm sorry. He did not say anything about Jewish heritage. Now, you're saying now he doesn't say anything about anti-Semitism or anything like that. But like, this is the other part. I feel like it's a diss to Drake. The lawyers are dissing Drake because it says here, the recording alludes to Drake's Jewish heritage. How? Right? You might ask, well, how is Kendrick alluding to Drake? They're saying that Drake is not a colleague, but an effing colonizer. I mean, are you all in the lawsuit? Are you saying that Jewish people are colonizers? Like, I don't like. Are you saying that, laws? We didn't say it. Kendrick didn't say it. You're saying that colonizers have not been, matter of fact, from the history, like colonizers that we've seen is like white European have colonized Africa, all countries, in Asia. So like, what do you mean? Like any nation could be a colonizer in a way. It's not that he referred to his Jewish heritage by saying he's an effing colonizer. What? That is that I don't even know how they got this in there. It makes them look really bad. It makes them look really bad. But I don't want to make light. I mean, of like any negativity towards any culture at all. You know what I'm saying? I just this is just misplaced. Like, what are you doing? Like, what are you doing here? Like, as the lawyers, what are you trying to get at? And what you're saying is not even a fact. Like, Kendrick never mentioned anything about that. You all are saying it like in the thing. All right, that's strange to me. I find that very strange. And it looks bad to me. The line makes them look bad. All right, then we go on. Here we go. Thumbnails, images. Google images, looking on Apple Music. They literally bring the whole lawsuit. This whole lawsuit is about Not Like Us. If anyone missed this, for y'all coming in, the whole lawsuit is about Not Like Us. The lyrics, the distribution of it, the thumbnail, that's what this is all about. You defame me. Y'all hit that like button, please. Hit that like button. And thank y'all. I just want to say thank you guys for coming in. I appreciate y'all. Thank you guys for coming in. I appreciate y'all, chat. Why would he assume? Yeah, I don't want to say anything negative in my chat. Right. Exactly. I mean, the whole Jewish thing, I don't even think it's important. I really think it was random. I think it was just a shot in the dark. I guess he just wants to say, like I said this in my Fighting Irish breakdown, and some people maybe disagree. It's like, They said, no, he was talking about LeBron. And like you call us fighting Irish, but then you said you're Egyptian, but then you said you're Christian, and then you said you're Jewish, then you said you're Muslim. Like, I said, no, what do you stand on? Like, what are you? Like, that's the problem. It's like now, let me throw anything here. I just want to throw anything that can stick. I just want to show that Kendrick offended everyone in somehow type of way, right? That's all he's trying to say. I want to show that Kendrick is offensive. So then he goes, any person who views or listens or streams a recording, tomorrow I'm about to blast Not Like Us in the car. I got to blast. You know what's crazy is that I literally haven't heard Not Like Us in so damn long. I literally have not turned on Not Like Us. I swear. I listened to GNX, listened to Reincarnated. I did my break. Y'all should go check out the breakdown of Reincarnated. I love that song. I'm hoping I could do Gloria. Gloria was an amazing song. These are like low-key underrated songs, I think. I haven't listened to Not Like Us, but I swear, let me not swear, but like, I feel like tomorrow I'm going to blast Not Like Us because of this. And this is the problem. This is why Kendrick now is at 80 million monthly listeners. Not because Kendrick's amazing. It's all from his own, but it all shedding light on everything. Like, Not Like Us was a banger. Let me go check it out. Images on Google Maps. Images on Spotify. Not Like Us. Images on Amazon Music. Look at what they're showing. Then he goes on to say, then they go on. This is crazy. Drake publicly denies the defamatory material. Then Drake is the target of violence almost immediately. Within days, he talks about the whole getting shot, the residents. He goes on to say that people dug up with their hands. Someone dug under and got to cross to Drake's property with their bare hands. Then they say, F Drake, they fire 2 shots. Then they say, for days, news helicopters flew over the Toronto house. Then they say, they Not Like Us. The Drake's OVO store was vandalized. Like, then it says, a different invader attempted to break into Drake's property by using his bare hands to dig under the security gate. For those who were in the chat in the beginning, I mean, like, we talked about this, but bro, now, because that was just the intro, so now he's going through in depth of every single thing. Someone dug with their bare hands. I'm getting a headache from this. Is insane. The invader was apprehended. Then he goes, there was another trespasser. Okay, blah, blah, whatever. And then he goes, these acts of violence against his residence where Drake lives with his son and against his business are not normal. In all years, he has been a celebrity. Nothing like this has ever happened. And he says here, after these attacks, Drake feared for the safety of his family and at his Toronto property. So following the shooting, Drake temporarily pulled his 7-year-old son out of school and the Toronto area. You know what's crazy? Is that this is all happening in Toronto. So what? Like, this didn't happen in America, y'all. This didn't happen in the US. This didn't happen in the West Coast. Ain't nobody messed with Drake's Texas house. So what does this say? Like, this happened in Toronto. That's your home. That's your place. That's your spot. Those are the Toronto natives. It didn't happen out here. Not Like Us drops out here in the US. You and Drake in Toronto, you're getting attacked like that. And then he said he had to take out his. This is interesting. It's news to me. I mean, I understand. I could feel as a parent, like he feels he had to take him out of school. Maybe the kid was being made fun of. Who knows? And I feel for that. Probably the kids. Who knows? But I want to say, like, in the end, Drake. I mean, like, listen. This is all new to you. You know what I mean? Like, a lot of people have to, like, worry about safety for their family. This is something people have to being made fun of and being roasted and being made. This is something normal. But everyone lives through that shit. You just didn't experience it. So now your son's getting made fun of or whatever. So you got to pull him out. Maybe I get it. But supposedly he takes him out of the whole Toronto area. So they leave Toronto. From my understanding is that he actually leaves Toronto, which is insanity. To, like, leave your hometown and come to the US. I mean, what does that say about Toronto? I mean, when Kendrick is from Compton and he's the one who made it. And you didn't have no problem out here. All right, let me see here. So then, all right, so then we get to this is even more hilarious. Now we get to they literally start screenshotting. Oh my god, bro, they're screenshotting the music video. UMG published Not Like Us music video. Okay. And they screenshot it with the caption certified lover boy, certified PDFs. You remember this you remember this screenshot? I remember we were like trying to break this down. Like, what does all this mean? And what does this mean? And like, it was such a great moment. It was such a great moment that we were trying to figure out what all this meant. That it was so fun. And here we are. Then he goes, the video depicts images boasting, for example, lyrics trying to strike a chord and it's probably a minor, are matched with an image of hopscotch. Like, they're literally breaking down the music video. The hopscotch thing that we all were like, yo, this is fun and games, yo. Why? It feels so annoying that the lawyers are like in on this. Like, yo, get out of here, man. Like, don't break down like Kendrick's Not Like Us. Like, y'all go home. They're over here breaking down what we broke down, as YouTubers. He's, A minor, and then he hopscotched. Kendrick Lamar is depicted in front of shipping containers with air conditioning units inside. These images are associated with trafficking. Then he goes, wop, 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 F him up. The video shows Lamar beating an owl-shaped pinata with a bat. During this scene, caption appears at the bottom of the video that states, disclaimer, no OV holes were harmed during the making of this video. Bro, this is parody. Like, it's a rap battle. It's just a song. Like, what are you doing? If he were to win this, I don't know what this would say about anything. I don't know what this would say about hip hop. In the conclusion, the video depicts a prolonged shot of a live owl in cage. The meaning is clear. Drake belongs behind bars. This is insanity. This is insanity. All right. Then we get to, let's move on from this. Then it goes, they break down all of that. And they say here, now they start bringing tweets. On June 9th, Interscope reposted a tweet bragging that Kendrick Lamar's Not Like Us was the fastest rap song to reach 300 million. And it goes on and on. Oh, look, NFR podcast. Interscope reposted it with the thumbnail and Kendrick Lamar's face. Like, this is hilarious. The pop-out concert. UMG posted a carousel of photos and videos to its official Instagram account of Kendrick Lamar performing Not Like Us at the pop-out concert, during which the recording was played 5 times back to back. You remember that when Kendrick played it? I'll never forget that. Those were such good times. Bro, he played it 5 times. 5 times. And they're saying it like, look, it shows you they were paying attention. He played that shit 5 times. Why did he do that? What's up, Thomas Clark? Yeah, thank you. Smash the like button, subscribe. Thank you, Thomas Clark. Appreciate you. Kendrick should sue UMG for allowing Drake to crush his mama Vans. Imagine. He used the minivan that I used in my album Good Kid, Mad City. He made fun. He crushed it. It's hilarious. Then he goes, UMG captioned the post. You could see your Universal Music Group. History was made. Fire emoji. At Kendrick Lamar. And tagged Interscope. This just looks so bad. Like, who gives a damn, Drake? All right. So trying to paint again that they were supporting Kendrick, which, like, of course they would. That's what they would do. All right. I think the bottom line is, I think Drake, like I said before, it's an ego thing. He's upset that Kendrick got the best of him and that UMG supported him. But you know what? UMG's not stupid. They heard Not Like Us, were like, this is going to be a banger. These people distribute music like, you know what I mean? Like, for decades, they know what's good music. So they heard the Heart Part 6. And we're like, what the hell is this, Drake? What you want me to do with Hard Part 6? They knew that shit was you know what I mean? Like, Drake, you didn't have nothing. If you had a banger, if you had a banger, they would have distributed that shit too. But you had nothing. Kendrick had Not Like Us. So they ran with it. That's only, you know what I mean? Like, that's what else is gonna happen. All right. Interscope promoted the video, blah blah blah. So it just goes on to yap here about like all these people promoting it. It was basically that it was successful. It was successful. Bottom line. Then we get, obviously he goes on to talk about the reactors. He goes on to talk about, that was all talked about a lot already. Let me just see. Let me get through this a little bit. And we're almost. So here's the thing: UMG caused third parties to fake stream. This is the hilarious thing. And all the reactors already got at him for this. UMG directly or through its agents conspired with and paid currently unknown parties to use bots to artificially inflate the spread of the recording on Spotify. Okay, let me ask y'all a question. I'm gonna start a poll. If Not Like Us wasn't botted. No, I don't want to assume that it was botted, but would Not Like Us be successful even if it wasn't botted as claimed? All right. So would Not Like Us have still been successful? Even if, I don't know about the botting thing. Even if, I don't care. They botted it. 100 million, blah, blah, blah. They botted Not Like Us. Who cares? They put a bunch of bots. 10 views, 30 views, whatever, 100 views. Not Like Us was still going to go what it was to do, right? Like, who cares? All right. Then he goes, let me just check. I got some notes here, right? So UMG, all right. They claim here that they paid, and I think a lot of this is from Academic Stream. I'm not sure, but there was a random who sounded like a kid got on and said that he botted it. They said they paid him via third parties to use bots to achieve 30 million streams on Spotify. And then here's the thing. It goes, the whistleblower revealed that on May 6th, an individual affiliated with Interscope sent him $2,500 via the digital platform Zelle, and that he was promised another $2,500 and a percentage of the recording's total sales of the initial push. That seems like a lot of nonsense. First of all, 30 million streams? How many streams did it even get? How many streams does Not Like Us even have? Not Like Us. It has 210 million, which is a lot. But when it first dropped, right, like 30 million is a lot of streams. $2,500? So it only cost, I think that's kind of cheap. Like, in a way, like if you're a big recording label, to get random 30, I mean, that's pretty, that would look like really viral. $2,500 just for 30 million streams? Seems like a lot. Then through Zelle, like that means like $5,000, you could get your like thing at like what, 100 million streams. Do they do? And maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they do this, but that seems a little, because we don't see a lot of songs get like. I feel like if it was that cheap, they would do that for every single song. I mean, 30 million streams. So 5K, your song gets 100 million streams. That's a lot. Like if you see a song has 100 million, that's a damn lot of streams. So it just sounds like, I don't know, that seems too cheap. Is it someone from like someone overseas they're paying? And then they say, well, they were also going to give a percentage of the recording sales. You're paying someone $2,000 to give you 30 million streams, and you were going to give him a percentage of sales of Not Like Us? This doesn't make any sense. Gen X Gemini. This battle got the world in a chokehold when NLU dropped it everywhere because it's a bop. Stephanie Williams, that came from SK, that the dude faking a claim of Kendrick using bots, then later act proved that it was a lie. Oh, really? I didn't know that, but Drake chose to use it anyway. That's interesting. The bots conversations on purpose. Fake streams are well known. Okay, blah, blah. So this is funny. He said it's well known, probably because he knows about it, right? I mean, I guess you know about it. Um, okay, then this other thing. So he's saying that UMG bought it, paid $2,500. That seems like way too cheap. Now he's saying they also undisclosed financial incentive to promote the song. They also offered financial incentives, which again, in the end, it doesn't really matter. All this stuff doesn't really matter because yes, they will promote it, right? So who cares, right? But he's saying some strange things, like according to confidential sources recently made known for Drake, certain UMG labels have engaged in a pay-for-play arrangement with radio and streaming services to boost the popularity of songs. So I don't know if that's illegal. I assume like paying to play could be illegal. So maybe something can come out of that. But I feel like we all kind of feel that all of this is kind of being done behind the scenes already. But sometimes I see people cover music and I don't even know how they get paid. You see people like academics, like you rarely see sponsored posts, but they get paid, right? Which is kind of strange. It's kind of interesting. So who knows? Like there are these deals, right? It's like we kind of know that there's shady deals going on, but we kind of expect them. I think Drake knows about them. So it says here that he claims that they paid for radio promotion. Okay, fine. They paid for radio promotion. Then they go on, right? We all know. And hold on here. This is the other crazy claim. Well, he's saying here that third parties have documented strange recommendations in searches on Spotify. A user posted a video on X of a man typing Eminem into Spotify search engine, and Not Like Us appeared as a search result. Like, huh? That they somehow got it promoted on certain areas. Like you type Eminem, Not Like Us comes up. Maybe. I don't know. Okay, so that he's saying they paid to use bots. On information and belief, UMG employed a scheme of paying social media influencers to promote and endorse. Now, this is the thing this is where Drake is like fully like reaching and it's all just gaslighting nonsense. All the reactors talked about this already, it says here that UMG paid NFR podcast to promote the recording and video without disclosing the payment. So again, that shows you that maybe that's going on, because I see that a lot, right? We see where people just promote. It's like, I don't like this about Instagram. Like a lot of times we'll see this on Instagram. You're like, is this real? Like, is this a paid post? So I don't like that part of the music industry. I believe maybe it's the case. And I feel like it happens a lot. Maybe, I don't know. You see like all these Instagrammers, like academics, and you see these posted things and you're like, it makes it look organic, but it sounds like people are getting paid. I don't know if that's the case, allegedly. And if they are, that is my understanding, that's not legal unless you say it's paid for, right? So I get that, but I feel like they all do this. Now he's saying that UMG removed the recording's copyright restrictions on YouTube and Twitch, thereby whitelisting the recording. And then this was interesting because we've heard some reactors say that they actually had Drake stuff whitelisted. And that's why I never put the music, because it's true that the stuff gets copyrighted right away. Everything, if you use the music, it gets copyrighted and they put ads in the video. But he's saying that the strategy they used was they whitelisted Not Like Us, meaning they just said, all right, anyone, if Not Like Us comes up, like we won't claim it. So we'll make the reactor happy that they're going to earn some money off of it. And he's saying honestly, it sounds like a really great strategy, to be honest with you. I don't see anything wrong with that. That sounds like an amazing strategy. If like a UMG or a group can whitelist a song and a reactor gets paid, the thing is, that's great. But the thing is, what bothers me here is they go, UMG has a formal ban on whitelisting and had never before whitelisted a song on any platform to the plaintiff's knowledge. So UMG reinstituted the copyright restrictions on the recording. So they're claiming, okay, they never do this. So why did they do it for Kendrick? Why did they do it for Kendrick? That I don't know. I don't know how that'll play out. That's kind of interesting. Then we get to all these reaction people, right? That they go, the effect of whitelisting the recording was massive and immediate. God forbid that Reactors reacted to one of the best songs in rap history. God forbid that they reacted to it. These reactors, for everyone who doesn't understand, I'm sure it's been said already, but reactors barely get paid. Like, you think that people don't get paid. Because if you react to the music and you play it, the label takes the revenue. the label gets the money out. They copyright it and they put ads, and it's like you did. Basically, you spend all this time, you get nothing. So I don't know. Some stuff slips through, most stuff doesn't. Maybe they try to do merch. I have no idea how Reactors. It's a really tough gig. So there's no like that's not. But they're gonna react to it anyway, right? That's already known. Like Reactors are gonna react. They're not. It's not. So it's not like, oh, they're gonna whitelist, not like us. So then they're gonna react to it. No, they're gonna react to it anyway. Twitch streamer No Life Shack posted a 14.5 minute clip of his reaction, and it goes on to say, right? These reactors aren't getting sued. They're just using it for clout and evidence here. Like, look at all the damage. Look at what all the reactors said. RDC, look how it got promoted. Look at how UMG promoted the hell out of this thing. Look how such a great job they did, is what they're basically saying. God forbid Kai Cenat. Oh, he reacted? Not to mention, Kai posted and showed on his phone that he got Drake saying stay on stream to drop, was it Family Matters or The Hard Part 6? I don't remember. So you're in bed with these people, you're playing these games? Like, if anything, you're playing the game. You hit up Kai to tell him stay on stream. Is that not some kind of fake promotion? So whatever. I don't know. This is ridiculous. God, bro, the guy, he reacts to whatever comes out. It's so silly. It doesn't even make sense. None of this stuff makes sense. It says Stephanie Williams, Ack called Kai and told him about Drake dropping and said he was going to leave a concert to go home to react to himself. Then shortly after, Drake called Kai and told him to stay on stream for Family Matters. All right. Then that's it. Then like a lot of time is spent on. Let me show y'all some other stuff here. So again, it sounds like he tried to tell UMG, like, please stop, and they didn't listen. That was that's an important part to the story, is that he tried to tell them, you need to stop this. So it says here, he wrote a letter to Universal. Drake sent a letter to UMG and head of litigation and said, this song is falsely accusing me of such and such. Please put it away. Please stop it. The letter demanded UMG preserve its records in the event of litigation was necessary and cautioned the UMG's involvement, blah, blah, and keeps going on. So he tried to get them. He called them, following a telephone call between counsel for Drake's representatives. He said that they would need to stop. But it says here, in which UMG represented that it understood its preservation obligations and warned that it would be improvident of Drake to pursue these claims against UMG. So even then, when they called him, it sounds like UMG said, "Bruh, don't even think about it. All right, we're gonna promote. We're promoting, not like us. Go home." Like, basically told him. And so again, ego. He got mad. I'm not having it. Vindictive. Then again, on August 1st, Drake sent UMG another letter emphasizing the harm to Drake as well as his business. And they didn't listen, right? So Drake is really mad that he kept trying to stop them to promote. I mean, what could they do? Like, what are they going to do? The song is getting promoted. It's going to get promotion. Like, what do they want him to do? It's already out, bro. If you don't like it, talk to Kendrick. Like, that's it. Like, I don't know. Like, it's so silly. All right. It goes on and on. Here's the stuff that I thought was crazy. Members of the public believe and repeat the false allegations. They have pages and pages of tweets that the public believes Kendrick, believes the allegations. It says here, UMG released another song by Kendrick, Euphoria, that threatened. Look at this. This is, oh my. It goes, UMG released another song by Kendrick, Euphoria, that threatened that he won't tell truths about Drake if Drake don't tell no lie about me. What? And you know that line, the first line of Euphoria. They literally bring it up in the lawsuit. And it goes, and ominously stated that he knows some shit about Drake. And they go, to the reasonable listener, any future allegations levied by Lamar against Drake would be based in truth and undisclosed fact, not rumor or opinion. And that's funny because I have to give myself credit, because in my breakdown, I said that was so smart from Kendrick But just from a storytelling, I was like, that was so smart. Don't tell no lies about me. I won't tell truths about me, about you. Which it basically presents that whatever you say about me is lies. Whatever I say about you is truth. It was dope. It was amazing. It was smart. It was amazing, right? But they're using that as like, oh, look what that means. That means the public believes Kendrick just because he. How do you sue someone over that? How do you sue Kendrick for just being a master storyteller? I can take down this poll. And then it goes, as one user put it, this isn't a diss, it's the truth. Like they start getting tweets and tweets. Drake has more than 800 because everybody believes he loves touching because we have evidence everywhere. Tweets and tweets. I love this song. We would have never known Drake is a whole PDF if this information wasn't exposed. I mean, I don't know. What do y'all think about that part? I did, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Like, I feel like I never really fully took it that serious. Yes, maybe there's something. Maybe he has something, and let it come out as it came out with Diddy. I have no idea, but I just took it as a fun rap battle. For them to go and take tweets of people, I think is just ridiculous. But he ultimately wants to say, look at how the public perception was changed. Stephanie Williams, they're adding context to the lyrics to fit the narrative that is defamation when it's actually just open for interpretation. The way it's worded, they must forgot Kendrick's Pulitzer Prize winner. Absolutely. Absolutely. All right. Many people. Okay, this is actually hilarious though. Hold on. Then they go, many people reacted to the image which depicts Drake's Toronto residents, 13 predator icons. One user asked, who are the 13 at Park Lane Circle? Question mark, eyes wide emoji, demonstrating that they believed the image to be accurately depicting who lived or spent time in the home. Like, these are just tweets, bro. Who cares what these people are saying, bro? Like, leave them alone. And then he goes, just realize the thumbnails from a Predators app. Goes on and on and on. Tweets and tweets. People just enjoying the battle, having fun, commenting on it. Goes on, the FBI needs to come. The caged owl. Hide your children from Drake. Drake just needs to be locked up and all these things. Yo, I'm about to call Child Protective Services. Drake's number one op is Child Protective. These are actually good cooks. Drake's number one op is Child Protective Services. Oh my god. All right, then they keep going. Now, this is bad. I bet Drake touched. You know, that's horrible. People are gonna be people. Then he goes on to bring that the Jewish heritage part, and people are telling jokes about that, which obviously is wrong. People are just being people. People are just doing what they typically do on the internet. Goes on and on. I brought this up already. He's bringing up the Jewish heritage thing. We talked about this earlier. Drake is a colonizer because he's Jewish. I don't know where they're getting this from, but like tweets are dumb. It seems like they're nitpicking. They're hand selecting what they want to select because a colonizer could be anyone. Goes on and on, right? All just the public perception, Everybody hates me. Everybody hates my guts. You know, I'm Drake, and look what you did to me. All right, on and on. And then I think there was a few more things I just wanted to talk about. The big three. Believe in the truth of persistent and direct response to Drake's denial of the claims of Hard Part 6. Sultan of Solana. I don't care what they say. He'll always be in the big three in my book. I mean, bro, this is just memes. These are just memes. That's actually fun. It's funny. Let me try not to laugh, but it's funny. All right, this is hilarious, y'all. They show screenshots. Look at this. Did y'all know this happened? He shows screenshots. They say, in the summer of 2024, users updated the description of Drake's Toronto address in rideshare applications, Uber and Lyft. Users have edited the address to read Drizzy touches Drizzy's fun time chamber and a minor. That's just too good. That's too good. This is. Oh my god. I never heard of this. I never heard of this, but apparently people did this. Is that even possible though? And it says here, thank you, Thomas Clark. Hit that like button, y'all. It says here, KDO, KDO, K dot pool. Someone wrote K dot pool over here. I don't know what this is. I don't even know if this is possible. Can someone literally just like change like anything and just write whatever they want? I don't know. This seems weird. I thought that was hilarious to me. All right. Then they go on. He goes on to describe that basically this was a war between Interscope and Republic. And Interscope kind of basically won, in a way. And UMG is supported of both, has both. But UMG won, but Interscope won. Interscope won because it was Kendrick. That's all. You know what I mean? Kendrick, that's why they won. And they got the song that they liked, and the song worked. So again, he just goes, this is just ridiculous. They go on and on with tweets and you just fill it with like this is ridiculous, like showing all of this stuff. But ultimately they want to establish Drake his reputation was harmed. That's what they want to establish. Crown by K, hey, yes you can. Oh, I didn't read the earlier thing. His fans were making pictures of, oh yes, you can update in Google. I didn't know that, or like the apps. Stephanie Williams says fans were making pictures of Whitney bruised up. Good point. Good point. It goes both ways. That's what's annoying about this. But he ultimately wants to say what's really critical about this is that he's really saying that I'm cooked. That's what's really important about this. He's saying changing people's minds, particularly about deeply held beliefs, takes repeated messaging from trusted sources. And UMG did this to me. UMG deceived the public and caused Drake harm. Right? So they go on, and that's basically the whole story. Now, essentially, it's saying this, right? Ultimately, the whole lawsuit, now we're going to get to what is he actually suing for? What's the claim? It's because it's more than defamation. He's saying Kendrick Lamar made a song called Not Like Us about me. And UMG, you did everything in your power, and you made it go, you helped it go viral, and you helped turn it into a hit. And that song defames me, and it hurt my career. So I'm going to hold you, UMG, responsible for everything that you did to push that song and the impact it had on my career and reputation. And I warned you for it, and you didn't listen. So I'm here to get a bag. I mean, ultimately, that's what he's trying to say. And the whole thing is basically an ode to Not Like Us, which is what I find incredible. I don't think I've ever seen in the history of music such an ode to a song that it can cause this much havoc. God damn it, Kendrick. Y'all, did I show y'all the Bazaar thing right here? I told y'all this thing is fire. This is a beautiful magazine. And I think I showed it earlier that people were making fun of Kendrick for this. It's insane. All right, the first claim he's saying is that defamation, right? So we talked about that. He's saying, claim is you defame me. But here's the other interesting thing. Not just defamation, right? It's not only defamation. Harassment. I was harassed. I'm also suing you for harassment. And it goes here. Let me find this. As a direct and proximate result of defendant's conduct, Drake has suffered significant, general, actual, consequential, and special damages, including, without limitation, mental anguish and suffering, emotional distress, anxiety, and costs related to his increased security. I never heard that before. Maybe he's exaggerating, but damn. When people said Drake wasn't bothered, I don't know how real. Do y'all think this is real? Do you think he's really mad this scaring Drake? Y'all think this is real? I don't know. I felt bad for. I feel like the lawyers. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I feel like in one sense the lawyers did a good job. Not a good like they did a good job in painting this. It's stupid. It's the dumbest thing you've ever heard. But they really tried to paint that Kendrick made and UMG made Drake suffer because of Not Like Us. Do y'all believe that Drake that is in mental anguish and suffering and emotional distress, or is just exaggerated by body and soul? He even hired a model resembling Whitney wearing a wife beater for merch. Yeah, I remember that. He didn't look bothered when he was pulling directly in the camera like he was shooting at people and talking about the exploding the fighting Irish. I'll never understand it. And then the next thing is not that great of a claim. It's just like the whole like if you pay to put something on, if you pay to play kind of thing, which I would assume that that's legal, but I really don't know if it's illegal. But I I don't know. I don't even know if that gets looked at because the whole thing is really about defamation. So now what he's asking for is interesting because what do y'all think he's asking for in the end? Because he doesn't really make it clear. It sounds like this is going to come later. It says plaintiff prays for judgment against UMG. Pray. What is that? Is that like a law thing? Prays for judgment against UMG. Pray for each of the causes of action. Plaintiff requests a judgment in favor against UMG. So damages, I don't know what those are. I assume it's all financial. I'm not sure. Punitive damages, compensatory damages. What are these words? In the amount to be determined at trial. Reasonable attorney fees, it makes sense. Cost of the suit. Pre-judgment and post-judgment interest at the highest lawful rates. Relief stating that state. So this is interesting. He says he wants declaratory relief stating that the statements published and promoted by UMG and those attributable to UMG as reasonably foreseeable publications identified within this complaint individually and collectively were and are false. Basically, he wants UMG to come out and say what we promoted and what Kendrick Lamar said and Not Like Us is false. But how the hell can UMG do that? How do they know if it's false? You know what I mean? Like what? Like that doesn't even make sense. Like how do they know it's false? They don't know it's false. Why would they say it's false? That doesn't make any sense. So he wants UMG. What are they gonna do? Write a tweet? All right, y'all. You know this song, Not Like Us. You know what we've been promoting. We've been promoting it heavy. Y'all, it went viral. What Kendrick said isn't true. It's false. He lied. I mean, what do they want him to say? Drake isn't a PDF. Drake isn't a predator. How the hell do they know what you are, Drake? I don't know. I can't even say that about you. I don't know. How can I exonerate anyone for anything? So he's demanding in this that they come out and say this. And injunctive relief enjoining UMG from making statements about the popularity of the recording image that it knows to be false based on fake streams. So it's almost like he's saying, if I'm understanding this correctly, like he wants to stop enjoining, I have to look up that word, stop UMG from making statements about the song. I don't know what that means. Like stop retweeting it. I would feel that could mean stopping it from getting played at the Super Bowl. I don't know, because I feel like if you get them to do that, that means they can't do any promotion. They can't promote the song in any type of way. They have to tell Kendrick, you can't play that song because if this is not going to happen. I can't imagine it's going to happen. But he basically wants to stop this song. But in the end, I mean, how can you stop the power of a song? I saw this movie that they did on Billie Holiday, and she had this song called "Strange Fruit." I think you can watch it on, is it Hulu or Amazon? And the Strange Fruit was about black lynching in the U.S. And my understanding is the FBI didn't want her to sing that song because it was so impactful, and she kept singing it, and she kept singing it. And she wanted to, and they tried to set her up, and they had feds after her, and they tried to get undercover, snitches. They did everything they could to try to take her down, to bring her name down. to get her caught up in bad stuff, and to say, try to bring her reputation down. The song played, and Billie Holiday, yeah, unfortunately she passed, and but wasn't through. I think it was through cirrhosis of the liver, but the song played on, and Billie Holiday's music lived on forever. So how can you stop the power of the song? How can you stop the power of the song? Crowned by K, praised by law is a show of honor to the court, and plead for mercy that they will give you what you're asking for and what they see fit in addition. Thank you for that. It's on Hulu. Yeah. I mean, and thank you for, I still think the pray is such a weird word. I pray, but I get it. You can't stop the power of a song. Like, no matter what happens, like, how are you gonna stop? This is the thing I feel like Drake is I don't know. I don't know what he's miscalculating everything, that you think that you're gonna be able to stop Not Like Us, or you're gonna get people. No matter what happens with this lawsuit, the song will live forever. That's that. And that's why I think that I was upset that Drake never moved on, because the song is gonna live forever. There's nothing you can do to stop that. I can't imagine that if this will be unprecedented. I mean, if this happens and actually, Drake wins a defamation lawsuit, and then you can't play Not Like Us, and we can't react to Not Like Us, or like whatever ends up happening with it, they can't promote it. That would be unprecedented. I don't know what it would do for hip hop. And just the fact that he tried for this is insane. NLU is 7 times platinum in the US alone. If anything, I'm gonna blast Not Like Us tomorrow. That's all I know. But this lawsuit is insanity. This lawsuit. No, we went through actually all 81 pages. Oh my God. There was something else about the lawsuit too that was bothering me. I can't remember. I think I missed it. I can't remember. But it sounded like there was a part in here that said that basically, by the way, if anyone's wondering who the lawyers were, they're here. Wilkie.com. So those are the people he's hiring. And they actually have a website and everything. But there was something interesting about what he said. I can't believe I missed it. But he was saying that he was trying to say that basically Kendrick was at the end of his contract. Let me see if I can find this, with UMG. And UMG wanted to continue a long relationship with him. So they got into a short-term relationship during that battle to see if they could promote him. And if they do a good job, he would sign up with them. And according to Drake in the lawsuit, he did sign up for a long term, right? So that's what he's saying. And at the same time, Drake's contract is ending or ended. And maybe that's why he hasn't dropped like studio albums. And he's up for renegotiation in 2025. So because he's up for negotiation 2025, they got Kendrick. So now Drake lost his reputation, and now they can not offer Drake as much money. Whereas Kendrick, they'll, if this is all true, what Drake is saying here. But I don't buy that, because I just feel like, why would UMG care? If I have two artists, Kendrick and Drake, on my roster, like, who gives a damn? Like, you got Drake, you got Kendrick. Like, you just want both of them to win. You wouldn't want one to win over the other. Yes, it's a rap battle, and I get that. And I get that, obviously. But I think they just went with Kendrick. I don't even know. I'm a Kendrick fan. I don't know if they went with Kendrick because he's a Kendrick fan. I think UMG probably supported Kendrick because they're like, these songs are bangers. That's it. And we're going to promote that. But I don't think UMG has any vested interest to say, yeah, let's mess up Drake. No, the song is doing good. Let's do it up. And I honestly don't understand. I almost feel like, let me bring this back to the top. I almost feel that in another sense, Drake, now he damaged his own reputation. He damaged his own, because now they're not going to want to work with him. Like, you sued your boss. How are they going to work with you again? Because you made it seem like he should have just like took it on the chin. Just been like, yeah, you know what I mean? Like, they got me. He should have just took it on the chin and just said like, all right, Kendrick, you got this one. I'm going to come back and make music. I'm going to keep rock. I'm going to keep moving. And that's it. Just keep it moving. Just keep it going. But he couldn't. He had to like do this. And like, I got to get back at Kendrick. This can't happen. UMG can't do this to me. But now Drake, what do you have left though? Like, what do you have left? So if you sued UMG, now who's gonna support you? Like, where do you go after this? Where do you go? And that's why I think this is really the coffin, the burial. Like, we thought Not Like Us was the burial. God damn, this is this is the funeral. Where do you go after this? What happens to that Drake and Party Next Door album? You know, who drops that? How does that get promoted? Honestly, I feel like Drake should have just, if he was so mad, he should have maybe went to another distributor and just said, "Hey, UMG ain't doing it for me. Can y'all take me? I'm Drake." And I feel like people get it. You're Drake. You know, people. I don't know. I just feel like Drake is misreading all this. I just feel like Drake is just misreading everything. You can't be. I never thought someone could be this oblivious. It's a reach for sure. He couldn't because clout is a hell of a drug. What's a reach? Crowned by K. Missed that. And he's burying himself for sure. He's definitely burying himself. I just can't imagine. I can't imagine he gets anywhere after this, man. We're never gonna see. And you know, I feel like Drake is, unfortunately, he's been buried since 2015. I mean, he's been buried, but you know, he pulled off some little feats here and there. You know, he did some things, but I don't know. I don't know where he goes after this. I think that's going to be a second line in celebration of Drake homecoming at the Super Bowl at Louisiana Staple. So let me ask y'all. Let me ask y'all. Is I'm gonna put a poll. Is Kendrick going to play not, Not Like Us at the Super Bowl? Is Kendrick gonna play Not Like Us at the Super Bowl, y'all? I really don't know. I'm honestly confused by it. I really don't know. Tell me. For all your dogs getting buried. Oh my God, Kendrick is like a master. I love every line from Kendrick's The Rap Battle. Every single thing is so quotable. Laurie's case is cooked. It's all a reach. Yeah, oh, for sure. The whole thing. He don't know that man's deal. What do y'all think? Y'all think he's gonna play it? You got no, for real, y'all. I'm actually asking for real. Like, y'all think, is Kendrick gonna play gonna play Not Like Us the Super Bowl? Yo, Drake will lose his mind at this point. Drake will lose his mind. Like, I just can't. I feel bad for the guy. Like, if he's saying right now he's in mental anguish and he's saying he's stressed, anxiety, and he says in here, I actually missed this. He claims in the lawsuit that UMG got Kendrick the Super Bowl gig. He claims that. I don't know how he would have. Mustard. Oh my God, I can't wait for that. TV off. He's got to play TV off. He claims that UMG got him the Super Bowl just to play Not Like Us. Like, huh? So I don't know. He's gonna go bananas. He even called the Super Bowl the most impactful cultural moment in the lawsuit somewhere, and I forgot to read that. So he's worried about this. Do y'all really think he's gonna play it? I don't know. I mean, because I wonder about this lawsuit. I don't know. I wonder what it does. I wonder if UMG gets scared at all. They just feel like, yo, Kendrick, you're Gucci. Like, don't worry about it. Yo, play Not Like Us. Just play it. Dun, 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 dun. And someone said, I love what someone said is that all he has to do is say, I hear dead people, and it's over. It's over. Okay. My theory, I don't think he's gonna play the lines. I can't wait to see this. But I don't think he's gonna get to Certified Lover Boy, Certified PDF. I don't know. Gen X Gemini, he probably wasn't planning on it, but his petty is priceless. So he might. I feel that that's true. I feel like Kendrick, he might figure something out. I don't feel like he's gonna get to Certified Lover Boy, Certified. That I don't know if he's gonna get there. And if he does, that would be insane. That would be after all this. And then he does that after all this. Drake is saying, wop, 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 please stop. And then Kendrick does this at the Super Bowl. That would be insanity. I feel like maybe what Kendrick is going to do, I don't know how this kind of blows over, this lawsuit and stuff, but maybe He's gonna get the crowd to chant it somehow. He's gonna hit the beat, get the crowd to chant part of it, maybe say a part of the song. I don't think he'll say a part of the song that references Drake. I don't think so. I don't. That's just my take. I don't know. It's just it's a total reach. I feel like maybe he won't mention Drake by name, and he won't mention the Certified Lover Boy lines. He'll get the crowd hype, drop the beat, get them to chant a little bit, and stop it somewhere and move on to the next song. Maybe he gets it Not Like Us. Maybe he gets it right before Certified Lover Boy. I really don't know. But I don't think he can get to those lines because all those lines are Say Drake, I Hear You Like I'm Young. I don't think he's gonna do it. Not that he's not gonna play it. I just don't think we'll hear those lines. I don't think we'll hear those lines at Super Bowl. That's my take. And not because I don't want to hear them, not because I don't love the song. I just feel like the powers that be will somehow will say, listen, like let's try it this way, let's try it that way. I don't know. And listen, it will be crazy if I'm wrong. And he literally goes, "Say Drake, I hear you like him young" at the Super Bowl. That will be insane. That will be insane. I think he closes the show with it. Oh my God, imagine. That could be cool. He could end it like at the end and start it. Oh my God, imagine. He gets it to be the last song and then he gets the crowd to sing the rest of the song while he gets off of stage. I think he closes the show with it. Have you heard the song a cappella? No, it doesn't sound familiar, Thomas Clark. So the crowd can sing it after he leaves. I like that. Crown by K, that has gotten people used to hearing the record at these events, which I think I have to go back up. He's gonna play it an iteration of it. We already been licensing and playing it at all sports events up to this point. Yeah, I could see that. I could see that. I don't know. I don't think he'll say the lines. I can't wait to see if I'm wrong. I feel like I don't see the powers that be let him say the lines. I don't know why not, but I also kind of feel in another type of way. I've always kind of felt this. I don't know how you all feel, but I love Kendrick's music, and part of me, I'm not so happy that, not that this is his best song, but it's a hell of a song. And it's tied to Drake in a way. It goes beyond Drake for sure, right? It goes beyond Drake. But I don't know if I want to hear him like really, you know what I mean? Like say Drake, like who cares? You know what I mean? Like I kind of want it to just be about Kendrick. And I think that's the problem is that people are wrapping this up so much. I mean, Kendrick is also like, are we forgetting like the music Kendrick has? Like he has a lot that he can do. He doesn't have to do Not Like Us, if he doesn't want to. So it's not like it's tied to this, say Drake. I hear like I'm young. Like he doesn't have to do that if he doesn't want to. He could do so much. He could do anything. So, I think that's fine. He could just do any other song. He doesn't have to do that. Yeah, that was what wait, they have it live in Canada. What's live in Canada? What is it? I'm trying to get the chat. So the crowd can sing after he leaves. I've heard it partially a cappella at the clubs and video clips with the DJs when they cut it off for the crowd to say the lyrics. That's the thing. And then you know what might happen though? It might like if they do it that way, then I feel like the people watching won't hear it. So then you know how when they ever watch a Super Bowl, they like have the halftime show and towards the end they kind of just cut it off. So maybe the crowd there will hear it, and then maybe the TV watchers won't see it, like won't hear it. K. Doc, what do you want him to play? What do y'all want? What do you want Kendrick to play at the Super Bowl? His catalog is packed. It's so packed. So packed. I know one thing for sure. He's not gonna play High Power. I don't see that. I wish he did though. Imagine he played High Power. But what do y'all want? What do you want him to play? Keep killing it, man. I'm tapped in. Hey, Nitro, thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Thank you. Join the Discord, y'all. I feel like Discord. I wish there was y'all gotta get like more of the talking in there, but slowly getting it going. Slowly getting it going. But the only way I could post is like really through posts to let people know I go live. I've been a little slow. I've been a little slow lately just because there's a lot going on in my life. I haven't mentioned a lot going on. And I'm trying to get through a few things that's just personal things, but I don't want to miss connecting with y'all. And I'm a little bit behind my videos. I want to get on my videos. That's why I want to do the live, because sometimes getting the videos is like, it also takes a lot of time. So it's more fun talking to people and I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Appreciate that, Nitro. Um, you're so right. You're Gen X Gemini. Who's Gen X Gemini, y'all? Am I at this point NLU is historic. Hold on. I like the way you add in each other. That's cool. But yeah, what do you guys want to hear? Oh, King Kunta. I. What else? What else, y'all? Tell me. Tell me. What other songs from Kendrick songs you want to hear? You know what's my favorite Kendrick song? My favorite. Keep telling me. Tell me some other songs. I mean, anything from To Pimp a Butterfly, but obviously, I feel like at a place like the Super Bowl, I feel like with all this politically correct stuff, it's like you have to it's like it's like you have to like be careful about what you say. I mean, you have to be careful about what you talk about. So it's like, I mean, what from To Pimp a Butterfly, can he? I don't know. It's like this day and age, I feel like people are just weird. Meet the Grams. Meet the Grams is done. Meet the Grams is done. We're never gonna hear Meet the Grams again. I feel like it's just that thing that like no one can speak about. It's like the horror. You know what I mean? You see it once, you can't see it again. But you know what's my best song from Kendrick? I want to do a video about this. Um, one of my favorite songs from Kendrick is it's so weird because it's not like the one that like it's off of To Pimp a Butterfly and it's a song called You. And I don't know what that song does to me. I think it's maybe personal things. I feel like I can relate to every single thing that like a lot of things he speaks about. He speaks about in You, and I just like the cry of the on the second verse is like just really really hits me, and I feel like there's a lot of things in my life for that song like I can relate to when he talks about how he couldn't see someone who's dying in the hospital and he just FaceTimed him one time, and it's like he's talking to himself in the second verse in a way. It's really I love that song You. I love I love that song. It's one of my favorite Kendrick Lamar songs. Rich Spirit is one of my favorite. I think Reincarnated is going to be one of the best songs. I think Reincarnated off GNX. I don't know why. I don't know. People just not. I feel like Kendrick is just on this other run right now. I feel like Kendrick's in this like bop mode, which is cool, which I like it. But people are missing some of the songs. Like Reincarnated, I think is one of his like best songs, like ever. I think Reincarnated could be considered one of his best songs. And I did a reaction. It didn't get as many views, which is cool. Like I don't mind. Like Whacked Out Murals got way more, but I get it. Like people are not like in like those songs. Like maybe people kind of miss those, but I actually think Reincarnated off GNX could be one of his best. It's in the top of one of his best songs ever, just by everything he speaks about on it. I still listen to Meet the. No, you don't, David D. Don't lie. You listen to Meet the Grams on repeat? No, for real. Tell me the truth. I tried to listen to that the other day because I was considering doing a breakdown of Meet the Grams. Like I was like, there's so much that is just happening with Meet the Grams. Like so much is just coming true that it's a true phenomenon. Like the way things are just the lines are aging and Drake is making them age properly, not Kendrick. What Drake's doing is making them age properly and turning them into facts. I almost consider doing it, but it's a tough song, man. There's so much is said in that song. Halo the Fifth, King Kunta. Um, all right. Wow, that's interesting. All off of To Pimp a Butterfly. So nothing from Damn, Mr. Morale. And I agree, because To Pimp a Butterfly is honestly, it's my favorite Kendrick album. It's my favorite Kendrick album, for sure. Even better than Damn. Damn is amazing. It's so hard. It's so hard because all of them are so good. N95 is a good one. I feel like you can't lose that one. Can't lose Humble. Maybe a song from the deluxe. I don't know if you think he's gonna drop GNX. Is he gonna drop something? I mean, like a deluxe of GNX before the Super Bowl? Raven Birdie albums, not mixtapes. Yeah, we're talking about albums, right? Um, Backseat Freestyle. Ooh, Backseat Freestyle. So beautiful. So much. I've been wanting to say this, and I don't want to like I don't want to. I don't know how you all feel because all right, Meet the Grams in my rotation to this day. Are you serious? I can't believe this. What's up, Kylie Townsend? Really? I've been hearing this. I feel like I'm the only one who's like nervous about Meet the Grams. It's just I have to be in that mood, that dark mood. I like my raps extra prolific since freestyle and lunch tables and park benches. Yeah, for real. And I actually have to say something about that what you said because Money Trees, he may drop immediately after the performance, like Bay and Usher did. That'd be cool. That'd be sick. That SNL performance was immaculate. I miss Rapidy Rap Kendrick. I miss it. And you could say like that sounds like I love GNX 100%. Something there was like an old flow that I don't feel like I'm getting though. Like the rigor mortis flow. Like I don't know if y'all remember, I can't rap it, but like backseat freestyle, rigor mortis. There was this sound. And Kendrick right now, he's like using this Kendrick's always had, I feel like, different voices, and he's using this particular voice, in my opinion, on GNX, and which is great, and I think it's all good. But like, there's this rapidy rap part of Kendrick that I miss, and I was really hoping, I hope that he brings some of that to the maybe the GNX Deluxe. I don't know if y'all feel me on this, but I'm not trying to, like I said, it's like maybe I'm misinterpreting it, but I feel like it's just maybe I just missed there's old Section 80 and there's some songs just like it sounds different. It sounds different than what he's doing today. Stephanie, thank you. Thank you. I was worried no one's gonna understand me. I get exactly what you're saying. Trust me. Thank you so much. I was nervous to say this. I get exactly what you're saying. Trust me, the people being listened to him since the early days get it. Okay. Thank you. I like I don't know if he's doing it on purpose or like, you know, because he's capable, and I don't mind the sound he's doing now, the voice he's doing now. I just feel like he has maybe he doesn't. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Let's just see what he does. But like I want some of that old school like rapidy rap Kendrick a little bit. Also, like I don't want it to just be bops. I don't want it to just be obviously there's complex song storytelling, but I want some of the more that like backseat freestyle, rigor mortis flow in some of his songs. I just want to hear that. Yeah, I mean, he evolves, trying new things, and I get that, and then 100%, and it's working. It's working. I mean, everything on GNX is incredible. Everything is amazing. He's trying to appease the younger audience as well as because he knows they have a short attention span and linked. It's true, and linked towards more the box and the lyrics. So he's trying to please both at the same time. I get what you're saying, and maybe I misread it. I get it because I still hear. I have a toddler, and he literally says, he repeats the Luther fa 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 fa. Like he literally says it. I'm like, what? Like I haven't even played that song that much. I just hear him saying it randomly. So I'm like, Kendrick, you on this? I don't know what you put in the music, but you're doing something right in that music. Because I never would imagine he would have said fa 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 fa. And that's incredible because someone was here. I don't think they're here in the chat this time, but they were here in the last chat. And she mentioned that her child, who I think didn't speak well or something like that. I don't want to mess up the story, but like then he got on to Pimp, like he was young, and then he listened to Pimp a Butterfly. I love this story, and she said he had it on repeat, and something about that album got him more expressive and able to speak more. And I was like, wow, like that's incredible. Like that was such a good story. Like so I get what you're saying. I feel like Kendrick, maybe he's doing something particular with GNX. The Cartoons and Serials era is one of my favorite Kendrick eras. We're never gonna get that back, man. I feel like we're never gonna get that back. I can't wait, but I don't know if we're gonna get that back. He's getting back to the foundation of LA rap now, though. Also, he was molding his style to be like Wayne back then. Yeah, true. That's true. That's a good point too. I feel like he was kind of like doing that. Maybe I don't want to say imitating Wayne, but I could see that. I could see that. You know what I mean? But I feel like he had his own unique flow. But that's a good point. That's actually a really good point. Or maybe he's like, F Wayne. Lil Wayne invited Drake to the cookout. uh, was still great. Nostalgia with Pusha is so good. So true. I love the way he did the Lil Wayne. 6 foot, 7 foot. Wait, which one is that? Remind me. I'm like, are you locked in? Are you my friend? Step this way. Yup. Oh my god, my 6-year-old. No way. Are you locked in? So true. So true. I saw that he started being verbal because of Gen X. No way. You too? No way. That's incredible. That is incredible. So it isn't just me, it isn't just other people saying this. That's interesting. That's interesting. The Super Bowl means a lot now. They're mad at Lil Wayne for having the first star. Yo, I was gonna get to other topics, but this topic we had enough. This lawsuit was amazing. It was a lot. But I did want to get to Joey Badass, but I'm not gonna get to Joey Badass tonight. Just because we spent a lot of time on the Drake lawsuit. He adored Wayne before he went full. Yeah, I don't know what's up with Wayne. Is it true? I heard Moni say that Lil Wayne was late. I didn't get to see the video. Was late at one of the football engagements. I was like, huh? That's crazy. This guy's nuts. I never thought he would. He should not be getting that. No Super Bowl, nothing. Lil Wayne just showed up late at another concert. Yeah, it's crazy. That's what I heard. That's insane. Joey Badass. I don't know. I'm from the East Coast, and Joey Badass. I still feel like people are not. I'm sorry. I don't like to diss other just diss for the sake of it. I really do sincerely feel that the Joey Badass diss, the second sorry not sorry, was trash. Sorry. I don't know. I got to be the one to say it. I don't know why people have to they have to pander. Listen, Joey Badass, he's a good artist. I'm not questioning Joey Badass's lyricism. If you go back to old Joey Badass, which it's ironic because it was a good diss from, I think it was Daylight, because he did come out at Kendrick's time. And his old stuff is good. He's a good lyricist. He's a good lyricist. But it kind of goes back to this Lupe Fiasco argument that I was having, where Lupe was trying to say that it's rap but not hip hop. And I was saying, what do you mean, rap without hip hop? You just like rhyming words? And he's like, I felt like he was just trying to say, yeah, I just like rhyming words. I'm like, I never thought that about you. And I never thought that about old hip hop. I never seen Tupac as someone just rapping words, rhyming words. I mean, yeah, every once in a while, for sure, 100%, rap can be just that. So Joey Badass sometimes feels like he's just that. But I don't know if that can get you that far. It's not just about rhyming. So I feel like people pander and they're just like, yeah, Joey Badass, he got that flow and this and that, and that's the NY flow. No, I put that sorry, not sorry, second verse put me to sleep. I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm not feeling it. I like Joey Badass as an artist, as his old stuff. I don't like that he mentioned the West Coast, even for me being from New York, from this this area. And I don't think that he's really I don't like what he came back with. I don't like what he came back with. I'm sorry. I gotta be the only one to say it. I know everybody on YouTube said he did good and all this kind of stuff. I don't think sorry, not sorry. I think it was true. I don't think it was good. I heard a lot of people say it was good. I'll take it for that. People want to just. It's sad. It's sad that we have no lyricism today, and we have nothing except Kendrick. I mean, obviously we have other music, and I'm not saying we can't listen to other stuff. Obviously we do, and we listen to other kind of rap. But it's sad that we hear a little lyricism and that's it. We respect the guy knows how to rhyme words. Oh my god, amazing lyricism. Because that's all we got. He does have a good flow, and he has a 90s. I feel like a lot of it, he does have a really strong New York flow and old school New York flow. But it's not enough right now. It's not enough just to rap rhymes. You got to say something. I think that's part of why I love Kendrick and why I think Drake lost this obviously, but and why this not like us thing is so impactful, because you have to know how to say something. And I think my problem with Joey Badass is he's not saying nothing. And I said this to Lupe Fiasco too when he crashed the chat. He didn't even ask if we could speak or anything like that. He was just spamming this AI stuff, and I'm like, it's not just about rhyming. You have to say something. And maybe I'm just not used to it because I'm being older. I'm not used to I'm not used to music not having impact. Maybe I go two way back, growing. I mean, if anyone grew up on Tupac, I mean, I don't think it's especially early Tupac. I don't think you'll find a single song. I mean, go back, go to Tupacalypse now, and just listen. Just listen to the first song, "Trapped." Tupac's first song. I think it's the first song. Tupacalypse. I think it was the first song, "Trapped." Yo, they got me trapped in this prison of seclusion. Happiness living on the streets is a delusion. First verse talks about, I don't know. So I don't know how to like understand today's. I'm trying to get better at it. You know what I mean? That's why I'm just so happy Kendrick got. And I get it. I was a big fan of a lot of other kind of music. I was a big fan of Juice World. I'm a big fan of A Boogie. He's from New York. I don't mind other kind of music. I'm just saying, like, if you want to step in this territory, like Joey Badass, if you want to come into this world and you want to be a lyricist and you want to go at the West Coast, then you can't just do that though. Like, that's not enough. So I find it hard to like and then even growing up on Public Enemy, that's way back. like I said, I think I mentioned in another chat. I don't know a lot of people who know Public Enemy, the music from way back, but like the consciousness was infused in hip hop, and I wanted to really talk about this in one of my videos. I've been always having a problem with the fact, like, I don't know what happened to consciousness in hip hop. Like, I don't know what happened to it. Like, it was cool. It was cool at one point. It's like not cool. Like, it's not a, you know what I mean? Like, consciousness was infused and it was an important part of hip hop. And now it's like not there anymore. Like, and it's not cool. Maybe Kendrick will bring it back, but all the rappers were trying to be conscious. We're trying to, maybe we call that woke today. Same thing it means the same thing in a way. Consciousness, being woke, and I don't hear that in the music anymore. I just don't hear it, and I don't know why. Got a big mouth but lack big ideas. Everything Kendrick said got a big mouth but lack big ideas. Not enough. Not enough. Just saying not enough. I know someone who's just like this. I love TV off. Gen X Gemini. No, that was the point of rap. It was substance. They're never gonna understand this. I don't know if rap can ever go back to that heyday. I wish it would, but I'm praying Kendrick takes it there, and I'm praying people can. And I think maybe Joey Badass is gonna have to learn a lesson that it's not just gonna be like, you can't just come and say anything you want. You have to say something. And even if you want to say something negative, say it. Like, we see NWA came out and they did everything they brought to hip hop. Like, even if you want to say something is controversial, say it. Say it. I'm tired of this. I'm tired of this, like, the culture of today of like PC and politically correct. Like, I don't know how we're gonna get anywhere. Like, people just scared to say anything. Like, I don't even know how a group like NWA, I don't know. Like, that was normal. You know what I mean? Like, that's what hip hop was. I don't know what people do today. People are scared to say anything. But I just feel like if you want to say something, say it. Like Joey Badass, if you have something to say it. Because all this, like, I'm just lyrical stuff, we're done with that. Like, we're done. JB hasn't moved me, and his boasting is ridiculous. You are not Biggie and Pac. Pac had Brenda got a baby. Yup. That's what kills me. He's like, I'm the king of New York. I'm like, huh? Like, yeah, okay. But I mean, I'm cool with it. Like I said, it's no disrespect to Joey Badass at all. Like, I respect him as an artist. And maybe that's what he wants to say. Lupe Fiasco, who a lot of us I know at one point thought were like we heard of him in the past, and he said it. Like, he said it. It's rap, not hip hop. I rap. I don't do hip hop. Like, he said it from his mouth. So, all right. I mean, I guess I have nothing to say after you say that. I mean, if you say it's rap, not hip hop, what am I going to say now? You're supposed to be Lupe Fiasco. I don't know how that's a thing, but that's cool. Maybe there's maybe I feel like there's a piece of the puzzle I'm missing. Cause I listen, good. You could have a freestyle. You could just rhyme. I get that, but like, that can't be all your music. Like, you also have to say something at some point. You have to make an impact on the youth, on the people, on the generation. Like, you have to have something to say. You need to say it. Imagine Lil Wayne created Drake's Spirit, what Birdman could. I can't. Tom's like, this Lil Wayne party is over. The spirit of deity is over. King of New York, but lives in Connecticut. Does he live in Connecticut? Because I did see the sticks. I was just like, is he in Jersey? I don't know where he's at, because I was trying to make sense of it. Oh, if that's Connecticut, that's funny because I'm from this area. I knew someone who lived in Connecticut. I went out there. Is that Connecticut? That could be Connecticut. That's funny. And that's why it was crazy that that was his first song he came out with. He shoots it in a rural area, in front of this rural home, this mansion. Lupe's just yapping. Lupe is crazy. And he didn't think them through. Oh my God, what's gonna happen to hip hop, y'all? Y'all remember rap groups? I don't know. I can't tell what the age generation is of everyone, but what happened to rap groups? What happened to rap groups? That was the best time. That was the best time. I don't know. People of today will never understand the impact of rap groups. Wu-Tang Clan, and a lot of it was from New York at the time. Old school. We're talking about Tribe Called Quest, Wu-Tang, obviously Public Enemy, older than that. Who else? What else? What other rap groups? I mean, there was so many. Gangstar. I mean, I don't know what happened. I don't know why it's like, I feel like the ego of today, like the current generation doesn't allow that kind of thing to succeed. Like rap groups. I think I made like a list. Oh yeah, Fugees with Lauryn Hill, NWA, obviously, Mobb Deep from New York, Naughty by Nature. These are old school, really old school. But because I don't think that they've been rap groups that are modern. I don't know a lot of rap groups that were of today. Farside, I don't know who knows Farside. I actually think Farside's from the West Coast. This is all old school stuff. What else? So many rap groups. Like I said, I don't know what it is. I feel like maybe today the ego is so strong and that you can't manage people's egos anymore. Beastie Boys, that goes way back. But I respect Beastie Boys were white and it was fine. You know what I mean? Like there was no problem. That's why I feel like Drake's thing, like Beastie Boys, it was fine, whatever. You know what I mean? Like if you could hang and you could do your thing, it was all good. But that's why this Drake calling everything out, saying you're questioning my heritage and you're calling me a colonizer and all this stuff. It doesn't work because like hip hop has never been known to do that. Hip hop's always accepted. Any if you can hang, you're good. So I don't know. This Drake thing is where MC Hammer is still phenomenal to the streets, not the machine. It's funny you say MC Hammer because I heard that MC Hammer was like a real hard roughneck. I didn't know. I always thought MC Hammer was like this like really nice guy. I heard he was like kind of gangster. That's kind of what I heard, but I didn't look up too much. Bone Thugs and Harmony don't get their props. Yeah, it's amazing. I think I heard Ab Soul say that he was inspired by Bone Thugs. But yeah, a lot of rap groups. I one of my favorites was always been Wu-Tang Clan. I don't think I'll ever hear anything like that. I don't know if people from the West have heard Wu-Tang Clan or like knew about them, but they were like truly a phenomenon when they came out. Like the first to have like multiple. They had a bunch. It was like 6, 7. I don't remember how many people were in that, but the variety, like in the sound, like you get to hear like several different MC like rappers and have a totally different style in the same song. Like it was just amazing. Like it was a phenomenon because you literally had one song and you had like 5 people, 5 rappers, and they all had really nice, their own little touch. I don't think we'll ever get that again, but that was incredible. I don't know what it is. I never heard of Coast Contra, actually. What's wrong with me? Sounds from like it's part of Tupac's crew. Which one? Hammer was a real gangster. I heard that Tupac started rapping in New York. Right. Actually, I don't know if I want to start this argument, but people were saying that I did get into this argument that is Tupac an East Coast or West Coast artist? Is Tupac? I'm gonna put this in the chat. Hold on. Oh, I can't. Oh, I gotta close the other poll. Tell me, is what do I say? What music coast? What music coast? Oh my God, is Tupac? That's it. A West Coast or East Coast artist? Tell me. All right, is Tupac? This was an argument on Twitter. argument on Twitter was that Tupac, what do we consider him? Yo, I'm gonna be right back. Y'all answer that. I'm gonna be right back. Y'all stay 1 second. All right, what do we got? It's my 100% West Coast. Wait, it can't be. Wait, is everybody here from the West Coast or East Coast? Tell me. What's the majority of y'all? 100% East West Coast? West Coast, because if you, yeah, I agree. I agree that he was West Coast. But some people don't think that he's West Coast. And I really don't understand that. Hold on. Let me get this tweet up. So it says Tupac said in an interview he will always contribute his street knowledge from LA, so West Coast. The same with Master P. West Coast raised him, supported him, and made him the man he was. I agree. Thomas Clark, we always hold it down, even love New York, Rakim Curtis Blow. Thank you. For sure. Black Healer, Digital Underground put him on. Digital Underground. Was Digital Underground West Coast? But I think I don't actually know where they were from. Stephanie Williams, he always has the West symbol up in pictures. West Coast, baby. So Tupac loved New York. Who the hell is saying he's East Coast? I agree. Yo, it's hilarious. Someone on Twitter was trying to wreck me saying like he's East Coast. I was like, what? What are you talking about? Like, how is that even like a thing? Like, how do you even think he's West Coast? And I'm from the East Coast. I get that he was born. He was born yes, he was born in New York. Yes, he lived partly in Baltimore. Yes, I think he went to high school in Baltimore. But then he moved out to the West Coast. That's it. His case closed. I don't know what the big argument is, but apparently there's an argument about it. Let me see here. Let me get this post here. This is funny. So it says here, no Pac claimed Oakland, simple as that. So where's this? Let me see this.
So much feeling from Oakland, because that's where I got the game at. You know what I'm saying? Coming out of New York, I always learned about flavor and different shit like that. Not to diss New York, I learned a lot, but I never knew the game. I never learned the game. And when I went to Baltimore, I didn't learn the game. Nobody ever took the time to show me the game. When I got to Oakland, that's when I learned the game. That's when I just... Nah, nigga, the game. It's not in one person. The game is just in. The game is in me. It was in me. Somebody just awoke it. Somebody just woke it up inside me. You know what I'm saying? Like they're like a religion. And I just saw it. And I saw it in Oakland. I saw it living in Oakland. I saw it thriving in Oakland. I just saw everybody being about the game. That's the first time I saw all niggas thinking about one thing. The game. And they all follow one rule, the game, the rules of the game. And that was never in no other city I lived in. So I give all my love to Oakland. If I'm going to claim somewhere, I'm going to claim Oakland. Even if I don't live there. I live in LA now, but I'm going to still claim Oakland. That's where it gave me the game.
Tupac has always been funny. These people are arguing like crazy. I had to jump. I said this guy Tupac is 100%. Is no question he's West Coast. Like I don't even know what it's about. But Twitter's hilarious. Um, this man said out of his own mouth that he was from the East Coast, aka New York, but claimed the West Coast, aka LA, because that was his home. Y'all trying to rewrite history and tell Tupac his own story when he already gave us the story. Now look at this. Look at this. People can't stop though. Man, get over it. Tupac Shakur, place of birth, East Harlem, New York. People just won't stop. Oh, Tupac was born on East Harlem, Manhattan. Then he goes, if he moved to LA at 14 and died at 26, that means most of his life was in NY. But that's not the point. Like, that's what I mean. Is like he was a minor at that point. When people say he moved to the West Coast and they were saying that, like, but he was a minor, like he was a kid. His first album, I believe, was 1991 or something like that. And he started music in 1990. So if he moved to New York when he was like 88 or something, like he was a kid. He started his music career on the West Coast. And in the rap battle, he went against New York. And I remember that. And I just thought it was, I didn't care. I was like Tupac was way better than Biggie. And I didn't like, I felt like what Tupac was saying about Diddy at the time it was on point. He was right. And look what happened today. Tupac was an actor. I think we've seen this. This was an amazing. I don't know if y'all ever saw this. This was amazing. And he was in high school, I think in Baltimore at this point. But yeah, I think they're trying to mix it up. I remember when multiple East Coast rappers and the East Coast in general disowned Pac. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I think that's the case too. Even in the East Coast, I think people always consider him West Coast. Like even the rappers who are here, just he repped the West Coast. Like that was it. There's no question about this, right? We're done with this. East Coast claims him, but he didn't claim them. Yep. That's true. He didn't claim them. Thomas Clark, he did shows in New York that had Big on stage with him. Yeah, I know he had Big on him, and when they were together, it was actually good times. I mean, the music was good, but that went downhill obviously after like he got what happened. He and Big were boys before Puff got involved. Yep, imagine that. First of all, it was Azalea Banks questioned that. Oh, did she? Well, what was she questioning? Why was she questioning? Is that how this all started? From Azalea Banks? What the hell? Oh man. What else we got here? As a Harlem native, in fact, he's always claimed Oakland, born, not raised. Pac is from NYC. It's that simple. When he said he lived in Oakland, he actually didn't even live in Oakland at all. Come on, man. People are hilarious. What? Like that's what this guy got out of this. That's what this guy got out of it. That he said that he lived in Oakland. He actually didn't even live in Oakland. I'm pretty sure he lived in Oakland. I don't know what he's talking about. I don't know what he means. I'm pretty sure he was out in the West Coast. And we're never going to see someone like Tupac again. Never going to see. We're never going to see someone like Tupac. You know what amazes me about Pac? What I can't understand about Tupac is, I can't understand. 1991 was his first album, I believe. Tupacalypse Now. How many albums he had? He passed away in 96. He passed away in 96, right? So let's see. Tupac. Has there been any rapper? Maybe we just say artists? Has there been any artist who's been able to put out this much music? The man passed away at age 25. 25 years old. Like, that's insanity. Like, Kendrick is like 30, I guess 38 or something. I don't know how old they are. Drake is like 38 or 40. I don't know how, something like that. Tupac and Kendrick, and this is not, I'm not like pitting them against, not pitting Tupac against Kendrick. I'm just saying Kendrick has phenomenal albums, like whatever 5 or 6, whatever they are. Drake has whatever they are. I thought I saw way more than like 10, 11, 12. I don't know what Drake has, but like he said in the lawsuit he has 8. 25 years old and have this much music. I remember when like after he passed, they kept dropping albums and they were just all so good. I was like, where's this music coming from? I remember not understanding like how it was possible. Like, how is it possible that he could have this much music like while he's alive? 7 albums. Oh yeah, and music, and then movies also, like, and then new movies at the same time. Like that was crazy. That's crazy. Tupacalypse Now, until the end of time, I think after Me Against the World was one of my favorites. All Eyes on Me, I think, is the one that most everyone knows that maybe doesn't know much about Pac. This the one that they look at is All Eyes on Me, which was amazing. It was a deluxe, I think, or 2 discs or whatever it was. It's like I don't think they called it deluxe back then, but this was after he got onto like Death Row Records, and it was good. You know, he had great music on that too, but I think the old Pac was like, I personally like liked it more because it was way more like conscious music. I think he had more to say. I mean, he said a lot on everything, but these were different. I feel like the early music was different, but everything was amazing. Are You Still Down? I mean, Still I Rise with the Outlaws, and it just keeps going. I mean, so much music, and it's just beyond belief that he could put out so much and pass away at the age of 25. That's the point. I'm saying pass away at the age of 25 and still be what he was. I don't even understand how Tupac, when I look back, I'm like, but I don't even remember being like that smart. like can you he was just like so on point and like wise and so expressive. He put out so much music. He was doing movies. How did he have time for all that? Like, I don't know what the difference is between someone and someone else. Like, how is he able to drop that much good music and say so much at such an early age? 1991 was Tupacalypse Now. And that's where you got, I don't think Brenda's Got a Baby was on that one, but you got such good music. He said so much there. And then 91, so 92, 93, 94, 95, 96. 5 years later, he passes. 5 years later, at the age of 25. I don't know. I don't know if people, like, if everyone knows. I don't know people today. I feel that, I don't know. I feel like people in the chat are a little older, I think. But I feel that people today, I hate that they don't go back to like old hip hop. It always bothered me. Like, I think Lil Yachty one time said he thinks he's this like young hip guy, the guy who's trying to protect Drake. And his music already is trash. I mean, Lil Yachty's music isn't even that good. And I think he dissed Tupac. I think he apologized for it, but I think he like dissed Tupac and Biggie at one point, saying, that's old and blah blah blah, whatever. But I don't understand the today's generation, that not all of them, but trying to like poke fun at old hip hop as if, like, I know when I was younger, old school was always good to look at. Like, your friend would try to like tell you something that was old school, and it would be like a bragging thing. It would be like, yo, you probably didn't hear da da da. You didn't hear so and so. You didn't hear this song? You'd be like, what? Like, what is that? And you would like battle it out. Like, someone would mention an artist that you wouldn't know, and you'd be like, what? Who's that? And you'd want to go back, and you'd be like, oh, that's crazy. Like, what is that? I never heard that. Old school. You'd be like, oh, like Rakim, Eric B. and Rakim was this crazy lyricist. That's insane. Like, way like before my time, but you're like, oh shit, like that's fire, like that's crazy. And Rakim did like Know the Ledge and Juice in Tupac's Juice. So, but then today it's like, us who are like a little older, you go back, like when hip hop was just first getting its rise, we didn't have that much to go back to. Like, hip hop was just getting heated. Like, hip hop was just starting, like just getting heated. You had Tupac, is early. Tupac's pretty early. I mean, yeah, there was late 70s maybe, which I don't know nothing about. 80s, still, again, 90s to me was, more of like what a timing that I understood. And then you got the 2000s, 2010s, and now we're in the 2020s. So back then it was like just getting heated. You didn't have much to go back to. But these people of today have all this to go back to. And they're not going back to it. Like, I can't understand it. Like, the amount of artistry rap that we have now is insanity. Is amazing. But Tupac was an anomaly back then. You know what I mean? Like, rap was just kind of, you had like, it was still getting heated. You know what I mean? So it amazes me that people of today, some of the people, not everyone, like I feel like they try to, maybe this was during the time when mumble rap was really popular. Like, they try to like mock, the old rap and stuff like that. Like, nobody cares about that. But mumble rap kind of like, obviously that's dying down, and drill is probably dying down soon. And all these like other kind of different little sub genres aren't really going anywhere. And it's funny because then it took Kendrick to kind of come back and revive things. So who knows where rap is going to go next. But I don't know. What do y'all think about that? I've definitely felt like people just aren't. Let me read the chat with y'all. His voice is unique. Or take from the Bay, Only God Can Judge Me. I love Only God Can Judge Me. He and Kendrick are lyrical poets. Definitely. I remember Brenda Got a Baby in Poetic Justice and his role as Juice. Incredible. I'm probably the oldest in the chat. Thomas Clark. Good. You don't have to say your age. If you know Tupac, you know Public Enemy, you're good. Against All Odds. Amazing. I grew up during those times. I was in middle school when he passed away. Wow. No Culture Cachet to Binge. I don't recognize that phrasing that you said. We're the past microwave generation. No common sense. Too many of them they don't understand the history of their music genre. They ain't binging the culture cachets these days. Yeah, it's really exactly. Yeah, I wish they would. I know, like I said, we did back then. Like, I did. Like, even if it wasn't my time, I did. Like, I was curious. Like, what? Like, who? Like, they. You know what I mean? I think like, who was it? I don't know, maybe someone like Kumo D is like so old, you know what I mean? But I wouldn't have known about him. But I was like curious. Like, I would like be curious, like, oh, what did he sound like? Like, what was his hit song? So but it's hard because the difference is there still wasn't that much, right? Even if we were to go back, the artist didn't have that much of a catalog. Like, I think I heard someone young, he was telling me like, my favorite Tupac song, and I was like, oh, Tupac, that's cool. And I think he mentioned like something on All Eyes on Me, like one, which this is like right before he died, and obviously he had later albums, but it was just one of the really like well-known songs. And I was just like, oh, he had like, I don't know how many other albums. You have a lot you could go to, but it's cool. I mean, people can't dig into everything, but it just is amazing to me that you probably have like 10 albums you could go through. But it's hard. I guess it's hard. There's just, I feel like, too much. But I guess that's a good thing. Imagine breakdance colonized Olympics. This Drake. Imagine that. I don't understand why What You Know About Me isn't Wipe Me Down remix. That one I don't understand. I rock with old school hip hop. That's what Kendrick said to Drake and Meet the Grams. Yeah, old school hip hop is the best. I mean, and new school is fine. I mean, as long as it's, whatever. As long as it's, I think whatever Kendrick's doing, he's gonna change the game. We'll see what happens after this like battle and this kind of like thing kind of wraps up. I don't know. Let's see what's gonna happen. This thing with Joey Badass now, he's trying to kind of like get in the game and bring himself in. I mean, which his sound is good. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, as much as I'm hating on, and dissing Joey Badass, his like comeback, he's a good lyricist. So I'd rather hear Joey Badass than someone else. So it's cool. It's cool with me. Like, let him come back. I just don't think he's doing enough. But I'll give him credit for that. Pull up the lyrics for who? For what? The Hearts of Men. Pac is completely a West Coast artist. The Hearts of Men. Pac? Oh, man. Why? What's in that? Tell me, remind me. I don't remember the lyrics. I ain't the one to defend Lupe, but you misheard him. I didn't mishear him. Antoinette. Did I? I ain't the one to defend Lupe, but you misheard him. He didn't say he is rap, not hip hop. He says he is hip hop, but he teaches rap. I could have sworn he said that, but that's okay. I'll take your word for it. I'm pretty sure he said, maybe I'm wrong. I'll give it to you. Maybe I misheard him. I could have sworn he said that, but I'll give it to you. I'd rather listen to Joey Bada than Drake's. Joey Bada is kind of fire. Actually, his old stuff is actually really good. I like Joey Bada's old stuff. I just want him to change up. I just want him to like actually say something. All right, y'all. It's been a hell of a night. Oh my God, it's almost midnight. It's almost midnight out here in the East Coast, Eastern Standard Time. Hope y'all enjoyed this. I'll try to do them more often. I'm not as, I feel like everybody else, people are able to live on stream. My life is a little hectic, so I can't do what everybody's doing, but I try to touch down with everybody. Join the Discord at least, so then like my place that I try to like keep people notified and stuff. I'm gonna put it up here. Just a place where I kind of like try to post up some stuff, try to connect, maybe some news stories that break. We could talk about them. Just join the Discord, and then I usually post. I go live there. I usually post on YouTube that I go live too at times, but YouTube is weird. So, but it's been fun, y'all. I'm tired out here though. Joey Bada is completely preferable to Drake. Smash like. Thank you, Thomas Clark. I appreciate you today. Today you were like on fire with everything. I appreciate you. All right, y'all. I'm gonna head out. Thank y'all. Peace and love, and I'll talk to you guys soon.